coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from the palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. Today's date is May the 12th. I think it is. Let me look at my calendar real quick. Yes, it does say May the 12th. And we are on track to have one hell of a good show.
I am ready to be back on the air. I am bursting with all new provocative takes on things.
That's right. All new provocative things.
If you want to feel funky, feel free.
That's right. I always feel funky.
Okay, here we go.
That's right. Here we go. We are blasting off. Buckle your seatbelts. It is 6:08. Mr. Clock, would you certify that, please?
It's now 6:08 a.m.
And the top of the morning to you, Miss Bonnie, and how are you and yours this morning?
Well, I can't complain. You know, the middle of the week and time's just a-flying. But, you know, feeling good this morning, really.
Time's flying. Is it flying south for the winter, or where is it flying to?
Well, I think the birds are coming back here for the summertime, actually.
Oh, okay.
And the birds enjoying the humidity this morning.
Okay.
Walked outside, and boy, it is on the humid side.
I bet.
I could feel it in the house this morning, too.
Yeah, I got up this morning, and as soon as I stuck my nose out the door, I stuck my nose back in the door, and I was like, wow, this is a little too much for me. Yep. Humidity was just like, woof. Not good. Not good at all. It was
hope you put on
man.
your antiperspirant this morning.
I did. I did a double extra just for you. That's right. I used Secret this morning.
Oh, that's just awesome.
Yes, I had to steal my wife's because I ran out.
Secret, is that your secret?
Well, I'm wearing female deodorant today.
Yeah. You know, I think a man can wear that too. I'm pretty sure my guy before has put on my Secret, and I know I put on his manly scent once in a while,
listen,
too.
let me tell you, I can show my feminine side anytime to anybody. I have no issues doing that at all whatsoever.
No, in fact, I like to use his Axe in the morning.
Oh.
Have you used the Axe? I think he has the 3-in-1 where there's a little bit of hair conditioner, shampoo, and a body wash, like all in one.
Yeah, I've used Axe before when I throw it. Get it? Throw the Axe. Boom, 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 boom.
And,
there you go.
You know, for Christmas, I
do some Axe throwing.
I even bought him, let's see, from Burlington. I bought this Axe that said it was called the Hangover.
Oh.
And it was in a bottle, but the liquid in it was green. And I was reading the label, and it was saying something to the extent where it's the Hangover Axe. You can wash away all of last night's sins and the ugly text messages that you made.
So if you had a one-night stand with somebody, you want to use this Axe is basically what you're saying.
I think that's what they were saying. That's how they were labeling it as such.
Very interesting. I'm going to have to look for that. I'm going to go to the store today.
Yes.
When I get out of here, and I'm going to look for the that bottle of Axe, and I'm going to buy a bottle. Not that I need it or anything like that.
And you know what, Evan? Not only does it smell good, but it's like a fun bottle to read while you're showering.
Well, I don't know if I read my bottle of Axe in the shower. I just get in and get out real quick. I don't want to feel like I'm visiting the local downtown library or anything like that.
While you're showering.
And then all of a sudden, some person's going to open my shower door and say, do you have a library card to check out that bottle of Axe, please? That just wouldn't be good.
I love it.
Wouldn't be good.
You know, I do like to read the labels, like if I'm shampooing. And I like to look at my shampoo, and I love it when it says not tested on animals. And you know,
really, it says that?
Yeah, sometimes they do. A product or a company will label that right in their bottles that no animal testing.
Well, I use sometimes every now and then, like if I have to bathe Kaya, I will use human shampoo on Kaya.
Oh, do you now?
Yes. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, isn't there a shampoo that they use on horses, too, that you can use? Isn't it called, like, mane and tail?
I think it's called Mr. Ed.
Mr. Ed.
Mr. Ed shampoo. That's right. Where a horse can be a horse, of course.
And he's walking the trail and smelling really good.
Exactly,
good and sweet.
Exactly.
And when they get that sweet smell, they attract all the fruit flies.
And then the female horses, too.
Yeah.
But no, we use normally we use a wheat-based shampoo on our pup. It smells like oatmeal, so to speak. So, and we get it from this one store, and it's very soft on the skin.
Oh, yeah. That oatmeal is, I think it's
add a little sugar to it and little milk and stir it up and splash it on the pup and scrub it in, and you're all good to go. And then when it rinses off, you put it in a bowl and you can eat it. There you go. Oatmeal, dual-purpose oatmeal.
I think it would be
silly.
a good emollient, too, on your face, no?
Yeah.
Like if you mixed it with a little water and
I've never tried that
sudsed it
before.
on your face. We should have asked from Serenity Spa maybe next week when our friend is here.
Oh, the lady was here, yeah.
We can ask her if that would be a good thing to put on your face.
Well, we can actually ask her tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Tomorrow is, let me look here. Is tomorrow the Morning Joe? No, it's not tomorrow.
Oh.
It is I think it's the 20th. Let me look here. Yeah, Morning Joe's on the 20th. So when she's on the 20th on the Morning Joe, we can ask Candace. I think that's her name.
Candace.
Yes.
Candace is her name, yeah.
Did you ever find that bottle of whatever it was you were looking for yesterday?
I think I don't know. I think Gary had taken it back for some reason.
Oh,
and
don't
then
say that.
Then he just gave me a new bottle when we went out to his car.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, I think maybe somebody might have grabbed it. That's why I wasn't finding it. And so then when we went out to his car, let's see, I already have a bourbon dressing at home. So he gave me a different flavor. I think it was something like maybe like a honey barbecue or something like that.
Okay. The one that he gave me was extremely very violent.
Violent?
Yes.
Why did you smash it? Did you
No.
smash it across the wall?
No, it was a how do I put it? Let's just say when I brought it home, the wife pointed out the ingredients to me. And the something I would not put on my food.
Wicked on your stomach, you're saying? There's like an ingredient. What particular ingredient?
I don't know, but all I know
it?
is she said it has this in it and it's really super hot.
Okay.
So I'm not going to try it because I don't do well with things like that, especially this morning. If I were to try it, the way I'm feeling this morning, oh no.
To be honest, I had to take a Pepcid Dual Complete this morning, and if I had known that you were suffering with the heartburn,
well, I'm not suffering. It's not
would've-
heartburn. It's just I woke up with a knot in my stomach this morning when I got up
Yowza.
out of bed. And I'm like, all right, do I call Carol and tell her I don't feel good? Do I put it on automation myself? Do I call Bonnie and say, hey, go to Fort Pierce? Or do I just tough it out and come in? So I chose to do D and tough it out and come in because somebody's got to be here to do the show. And that's you and me, and we're a team. So I had to tough it out, and I'm here.
so I just hope you're going to be all right for the rest of the show.
Listen, if you see me beeline it for the bathroom, you're
no.
on your own.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah, you're on your own. You just come over here and start pushing buttons and hope for the best.
Then I'll just keep jabbering and jabbering.
It's just jabber until I come out of that room over there.
All right.
That room's got my name on it this morning. It's got a reservation for one.
Oh, man.
Yeah. It's not a good feeling when you have a knot in your stomach. I'll tell you that much.
That's never a good feeling, no. Well,
No.
Is Rachel going to use... So we were talking about Gary Owen's... it's like a marinade that he makes.
Yes.
Does he make his own?
I think he does. It's a barbecue type marinade, but it's very spicy. It has something in it. I forget if my wife calls this morning. I'll ask her what that ingredient is.
Okay. And if she's not going to make it in anything, I'll take it. I will grab that action.
Okay. Well, I'll give it to my son, actually, because he's into all that spice stuff.
Okay.
So he will gladly, him and his wife, Delilah, can use that at their home. So they can indulge in that kind of stuff.
But I got to hand it. I can't wait to try it, and I got to hand it to Gary. I mean, he's like a Paul Newman or something.
He's an
coming up with his
entrepreneur,
own.
man. He's got all sorts of goodies.
Yeah,
He is
that's
so
really cool.
well connected in the business community. It's really amazing. Gary Owen's a great guy. I really enjoy working with him on Tuesdays, I think it is. Yeah, Tuesdays. He's just well connected. If you need a connection as far as insurance, health insurance, or just about any type of insurance, give Gary Owen a call over at Owen Insurance. It's 772-220 wait a minute, 210-1020. Yeah, it's
210-1020.
That's it. 772-210-1020 or 772-210-1020.
Yeah, I heard his partner Tom Bouvier. Is it?
Yeah, the Bouv.
Bouvier.
Yeah, they call him the Bouv.
That's very French, isn't
yes,
it?
Bouvier. Bouvier. Excuse me, madame.
I was glad to finally meet him. I had met Gary Owen before.
Yeah, Tom's a pretty cool guy. Really, really. They're both really super nice
and
people.
They have a nice camaraderie when they get on the air together.
Yeah, they have a lot of fun. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. You actually got the privilege of running their show yesterday. Yeah, because I'm not going to be here in 2 weeks because my son is graduating high school. So, Bonnie, you're going to fly the 747 all by yourself.
Yeah, in a couple of weeks.
You're going to be in the pilot seat, and I have no doubt in my mind that you are going to take that puppy and you're going to have a smooth takeoff and a very smooth landing.
Well, I've run radio boards before, just not this particular one.
Yeah, it's a little different from what you're used to because you're used to a music board.
A Scott system.
Yeah, the Scott Studios.
Yeah.
So this is just it's a little different, but you know what? Like I said, I have no doubt in my mind you're going to take off and you're going to land like a champ.
Well, I just want their shows to run right.
It'll be fine.
I'm not going to really lose a lot of sleep over it because I'm sure it's going to be all right anyway.
Not at all. And you know what? If you hit the wrong button, oh well. That's the way I look at it. I've done it before.
Yeah.
I've hit the wrong button before.
Yep, I'm not like hitting the button on a time bomb or anything. It's not going to blow up or explode or
like
start a fire.
One guy says in the morning, hit the button, hit the button.
Oh, you didn't play that this morning. I don't think you wanted to hear that this morning the way you're feeling, right?
I did not want I did not want somebody telling me to hit some stinking button this morning. No. Absolutely not. If somebody tells me to hit the button, they are going to be in an awful lot of trouble. That's all I can say, without a doubt.
Yep.
So you're holding your paper over there. Is there something that you want to tell me?
No, I'm just kind of getting ready for my news here. And
I thought that was something you wanted to
my
tell me
news
this
feed
morning.
came through a little bit late this morning,
That's
so
okay.
just want to make sure I have everything ready there, too.
That's not a problem. I'm looking for something that I can't seem to find in all my camaraderie of things. And I have no idea where the heck it went to, so I'm not going to worry about it.
And you know when you're going to find it?
Probably at the end of the show.
Or it's when you're not looking for it and you don't need it. And they're going to say, presto, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay, I don't need it now.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I do that with hair ties a lot.
Do you?
So how is this tying into what you're saying with hair ties?
Get it?
Well,
tie into what you're saying. I see where you went with that. Okay, I see exactly where you went with that.
So I see my hair ties all over the place when I don't need to put my hair in a ponytail.
Okay.
But then when I have to put my hair up and I'm looking for one, there's not a single hair tie in sight.
Not one. We have that problem in our house. Rachel has the tendency to leave her hair ties all over the place.
Yes.
And
So do I.
I pick them up and
you discard them, don't you?
I do. You're damn right I do.
Yeah, that's what he does too.
They go in the garbage.
And he tells me about it. He's like, I see one of those darn hair ties around. They're being tossed away, Bonnie.
Here's my thought. If you're gonna, it's like when you take your shoes off or you take your clothes off, just put them away.
Yeah. I can
Or
see
take them out of the
your
dryer.
feeling of that where you don't want to see that disgusting thing that came out of your hair lying around.
Just take them out of the dryer.
I kind of feel your pain.
Yeah. I mean, my wife has started a new thing now.
Yeah.
Where, oh God, I hope she's not awake this early. Where I went into the spare bedroom the other day and I found her clothes on the spare bedroom on the bed.
Now, I'm dirty
like,
clothes?
No, her stuff out of the dryer.
Oh.
So I'm like, what are these doing in here? And her response to me was, well, I didn't want to wake you. Mm-hmm. And Gavin had to get his clothes in the dryer, and I didn't want to wake you and get hangers out of the closet. But there's hangers that are in the laundry room hanging up.
Oh my! Oh, I wonder what she was thinking.
Okay,
then.
so now we've migrated to the top of the dresser in our room to the bed in the spare bedroom for the clothes out of the dryer.
You're like my better half, and you say, "Why do you do things like you do?"
Yeah,
right.
But the response was from her, You knew what you were getting into 23 years ago.
Oh, 23 years.
Yeah,
she
23
brought
or
in.
24, whatever it was.
Well, that's a good long span.
You knew what you were getting into 23 or 24 years ago. You married me for the way I am, so I'm not changing my ways, and this is the way it is.
So there.
So I just kind of got the riot act read to me, and that was it. Lo and behold, and boom.
That's kind of cute.
Yeah, just married her for what she has.
That's right.
That's it. 6:22 on the Get Up and Go show. It's what day is it? Today's Wednesday, right?
It is.
It's the Wednesday edition. Let's go to the news desk where Bonnie's standing by with the morning headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. The City Commission Monday approved in Stewart to start negotiations with Stewart Main Street to take over the weekly green market at Flagler Park. Commissioner spoke in favor of doing a short-term deal with the nonprofit which runs the Rockin' River Walk concert series to see its financial turnaround in the first year of operations before signing a long-term license agreement. The nonprofit offered to pay $1,500 annually for rent and invest 20% of net income into Flagler Park's infrastructure to take over the Sunday Farmers Market. Green Market, the organization that currently runs the self-named event, pays the city $2,000 annually. The percentage dedicated to infrastructure would go toward maintenance and upkeep of Flagler Park, said Main Street Executive Director Candace Callahan. Several environmental groups have asked Governor Ron DeSantis to declare a state of emergency for communities impacted by what appears to be a growing toxic blue-green algae outbreak in the Lake Okeechobee system and a red tide in the Gulf of Mexico. Groups like the Calusa Waterkeeper, the Center for Biological Diversity, Friends of the Everglades, and about a dozen others signed on a May 8th letter that was delivered to the governor's office on Monday. NASA announced that it's postponed its Tuesday rocket launch at NASA's Wallops Flight Facility in Virginia to Wednesday today. The agency said the launch of the Kinnett X sounding rocket was scrubbed due to cloudy skies in Bermuda and Wallops. The next launch opportunity will be no earlier than Wednesday tonight at 8:06 p.m. Backup days run through Sunday, the agency said. A father and son out on a beach walk discovered a roughly 53-pound bale of cocaine, estimated by the Federal Drug Enforcement Administration to conservatively be worth $1.4 million. An Indian River County Sheriff's Office deputy said in a report that a white substance in one of the 19 brick-like black packages washed on shore roughly 2.5 miles south of South Beach Park tested positive for the drug. Although the container weighed 52.8 pounds, while each rectangular brick inside weighed 2.6 pounds, according to the April 28 report. DEA Special Agent Ann Judith Lambert said that amount could net approximately $1.4 million at street level in South Florida markets. Wholesale prices... Actually, let me get back to my place, and I do apologize for this. The individual packages each contained a label with the word effecti, according to the deputy's report. The description of the bale and packages are consistent with a typical maritime drug smuggling operation, according to Lambert. The label effecti is in this case the marking used by the drug trafficking organization that shipped the drugs to identify their product. Stannard said he's walked the shoreline a few times each week of the 5 years he's lived in the area. Some days I walk, some days I walk north, he said, adding regardless the direction, he's never discovered anything like that. A deputy tested one of 19 of the packages found in the roughly 53-pound bale and said it tested positive for cocaine, according to an Indian River County Sheriff's Office report. Well, lastly, Florida is reporting more than 3,200 new cases of the coronavirus. The Department of Health also announcing 48 additional deaths. San Diego Padres shortstop Fernando Tatis Jr. tested positive for COVID-19 and was placed on the injured list on Tuesday alongside utility players, Jerickson Profar and Jorge Mateo, both of whom joined Tatis on Major League Baseball's contact tracing program. Padres manager J.C. Tingler found out about Tatis's positive test late Monday night and said he is asymptomatic. As part of the health and safety protocols, Tatis must isolate from the team for 10 days. News time is 6:27. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
This will be another El Nino year, although a weaker one. So if you incurred roof damage in the last 2 years, Code Red Roofers is there to help you with all of your roofing needs. Code Red Roofers, the roofers who respond 24/7. And there are flexible payment options for metal, tile, shingle, or flat roofs. Code Red Roofers, se habla español. Code Red Roofers, 844-4-CODE-RED. That's 844-4-CODE-RED.
.628 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's the Wednesday edition. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, Evan, we're not finding any accidents this morning on our highways. So, yeah, you're heading out this Wednesday morning. Traffic looking fine at the moment. There's your latest look at traffic. It's a clear sky in Port St. Lucie, 73 right now. In Bend, Oregon, it's clear and 48. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
This morning along the Treasure Coast, temperatures starting off in the mid to upper 70s under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, hot and humid with highs in the upper 80s to low 90s, heat index values in the mid to upper 90s. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day, then a 40% chance for afternoon to evening showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow, highs in the upper 80s, rain chances up to 60%. Still a little unsettled for Friday, rain chances at 50%, but then slightly drier as we head into the weekend with highs in the mid-80s.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Florida voters overwhelmingly passed a constitutional amendment to do one simple thing. Require that any expansion of gambling be approved by the voters, not the politicians, not the lobbyists. It's called voter control of gambling, and it's the law. But gambling lobbyists want politicians to break it. They've hatched a plan to expand gambling without your approval. More casinos, legalized sports betting, even slot machines on cell phones, just like the strip mall casinos that called themselves internet cafes. All over again, and all cooked up by Tallahassee lobbyists. It would be the biggest expansion of gambling in Florida history without the biggest thing required by Florida's Constitution, your approval. Voter control of gambling isn't a suggestion. It's the law. Tell your legislator, don't break it. Sponsored by No Casinos.
So, have you heard this one? A priest and a rabbi come into this radio station. Really, it's a priest and a rabbi. Right here, Friday mornings beginning at 9. Here on WSTU, AM 1450. Bring your questions and join their lively conversation with Father Christian from St. Mary's Episcopal Church and Rabbi Matt Durbin from the Temple Beit Hayim. It's a priest and a rabbi. Friday mornings at 9 here on WSTU.
You are listening to WSTU, Stewart, Jupiter, and Indiantown, Martin County's Heritage Station.
The Get Up and Go Show would love to hear from you live on the air. Give us a call at any time. Now let's get back to the program. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
That's right. Our phones are always open, 220-9788-220-WSTU. You're welcome to call the program any time of the morning while we are on the air between the hours of 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. It's time for viral videos. All right, so here's a pretty clever trick a guy played, Bonnie. Guy tricked his wife into thinking that he was busy. Yeah. A guy helped a friend of his build a fence, but he wanted to hang around a little longer and do absolutely nothing. You know, he built a fence. He was tired. He was wiped out. And he really didn't want to go home to his wife, so he wanted to hang out. So he held onto a piece of scrap wood. And when his wife called to find out what he was doing, well, here, listen.
Hey, babe. Yep, fence coming along real good. Yeah, we got a little bit more time left on it. You're welcome. I know. All right, well, let me get back to work so I can get finished. I love you too. Bye. Hey, babe. Yep, fence coming along real good.
Second phone call.
Yeah, we got a little bit more time left on it. You're welcome. I know.
Yeah.
All
just
right,
sitting there in a rocking
get back
chair.
To work so I can get finished.
He's just rocking back and forth.
You too.
Is he with his buddy drinking beer? Are they drinking beer together?
Yep, they're drinking beer together. He's just sitting there in the chair, rocking back and forth. He's got a piece of wood and a drill.
Yeah.
And his wife calls and makes it sound like he's working, and he ain't doing a damn thing.
You can hear that drill. He does it really good.
Yeah.
He handles that really well.
Yeah.
If I were his wife, I would really believe that he was working.
That's believable. That's believable.
And no harm being done. He just wanted to hang out with his buddy a little bit longer.
Hang out with the boys. That's it.
But you know what?
It's got me rocking now.
I hope the job is really done. Like if he was over there helping the friend out, I hope they got the job done before they sat down, or else his friend's wife might be upset with them.
Yeah, I hope so also.
Got to complete that
really
honey-do list.
I really do. Here's something that's going viral. Bonnie, have you ever wanted to hear Mozart played on a banjo? You ever thought about that for a minute? You know, Mozart, there's this big orchestra.
Yes.
Well, here's an Italian musician who performs Serenade in G major using a 6-string banjo. Listen.
It sounds like music they could play in a movie like Zorro or something.
Right.
And I could picture Zorro and the pretty woman.
Yeah.
Just kind of doing the salsa to that one.
The guy is really very, very talented for him to be able to do this. I mean, it's like, wow.
Yeah, it's good. It's good and clear.
I mean, I feel like he should be in the movie Deliverance with what he's doing.
You know, I've never seen that movie.
Never?
I never saw Deliverance.
Oh, wow.
And wasn't Burt Reynolds in it?
Yep.
Yeah, I should watch it. That's like one of those classics that I've been meaning to watch, but I just haven't gotten around to it.
Very, very good movie.
That one and Bronco Billy I still haven't seen with Clint Eastwood. And
that's another good one.
Oh, Raging Bull. Was it Raging Bull with Robert De Niro where he played the prize fighter?
Yeah.
I didn't see that one either.
Yeah, that's another good one.
Yeah.
There was a recent we got a phone call coming in, so let me grab this call real quick. Hi, good morning. You're on the air.
Squeal like a pig, Evan. You seen Deliverance, haven't you?
I've seen Deliverance, yes.
Yeah.
Bonnie hasn't.
I haven't seen it, but I've only heard about that one part, and maybe that's what's delivering me from seeing it.
Yeah. It's Burt Reynolds is in it.
Yeah.
It's a really good movie, actually. I had my own, and then I actually had my own Deliverance story, basically. I was stuck in the panhandle of Florida, and there was a goat in the front yard. My cousin was trying to hook up with a girl, and I flipped out. I said, "You ever see Deliverance? Get us out of here!"
Oh,
wow!
Yeah, I was like, "Get me out!"
What a memory! So your cousin's trying to get the babe, and then there's a goat in the yard.
Yeah, he couldn't find the house, so we were like driving down a dirt road in the panhandle of Florida, and then. We were going down a dirt road. It was a dead end, and I remember seeing a lake, and to the right was the house he started pulling into just to turn around.
Yeah.
And it was a goat chained to the tree in the front yard.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, no, we need to go home now.
Hey, I have something for Phil's taste test.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Something that Gary Owen gave me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's a
What's
bottle of barbecue sauce.
Oh, it's good.
That has this ingredient in it that's really super hot.
Ooh.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wanted to mention this to Bonnie because I got a phone call yesterday. I found something in our morning show prep. I don't know if you noticed it, Bonnie, but there's a woman that can literally shove an entire large order of fries in her mouth. Her mouth is that big.
Really? And
Sweet.
Is it on like a video?
Yeah, it was on yesterday's morning show prep.
I'm picturing like Lucy from Charlie Brown
Well,
when I'm.
her name is Samantha. Her name is Samantha Ramsdell. And if you Google her name,
Okay.
Go ahead and Google her name, Samantha Ramsdell, Ramsdell.
All right.
And then put French fries after it. You'll see there's
Wow.
She's huge on TikTok. I
Okay.
mean, very huge on TikTok. So I sent her a DM yesterday, and she replied back, and she called me on my cell phone because
Really?
I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I want to interview you on our morning show to talk about your talents. She can shove an entire order of McDonald's fries in her mouth.
Oh man.
In
She's
one
my
shot.
hero.
Wait a minute. Hold on. It gets better.
All
She
right.
can also take an apple
Yeah.
and stick an entire apple in her mouth whole. Her mouth stretches. Did you find it?
I'm still trying to find an image. Okay.
Okay.
So now I found it. This
Yeah.
might play some video.
Yeah, that's all right.
Oh yeah.
That's okay.
Oh, she's
Right?
really attractive.
Right? Very good looking lady.
She is. Yes, she is.
Right?
Wow.
She shoves an entire order of McDonald's fries in her mouth. Well, anyway,
I'm watching. She's shoving them in one by one.
I know. So yeah, there you go. So I reached out to her, and don't break those.
Oh.
And
What?
And no. Bonnie's glasses.
I almost crushed some glasses.
She's got her eyeglasses on the counter.
Okay.
So I reached out to her yesterday, and she called me back, and I asked her if she'd be a guest on the morning show, and she said that she would love to. So I'm going to set up a Zoom session with her, and we're going to book her on the morning show. Because you know me, Phil, I like to have, every now and then just some off-the-wall guests on or influencers or whatnot to entertain our audience. So I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, we could get her to do something on the air, and the listeners won't be able to see it, but they can hear it as it plays out. So maybe I can get her to get an order of fries from McDonald's the day
how
before.
many Twinkies she can get in her mouth?
Yeah, that's another good one. How many Twinkies
There you go.
or just
Slim Jim.
all sorts of Slim Jim's is another one. Now, I've asked her. She has had some very strange requests, which I care not to talk about on the air.
I bet.
Yeah, I'm not going to discuss that on the air. But she has told me she has had some very strange requests over the years of what she's able to do, and her talents have literally taken her. She's got like hundreds of thousands of followers on TikTok and YouTube and all that other stuff.
But can she take her very own toe and put that in her mouth too?
Well,
she can stick her foot in her mouth.
She probably could stick her whole foot in
her
her mouth, or somebody's foot in her mouth,
Wow.
or something like that.
Yeah, but she
anyway,
might get that foot and mouth disease.
Yeah. So, but we're going to set that interview up in the near future. It'll be like on a Thursday or a Friday. I will definitely set that up.
She's like getting really famous with that one video, and now people are just like wanting her to do more. More, please.
Yeah, exactly. She should charge for each one. Make money off of it. Hey, so Phil, when are you going to be in here next?
In about 2 weeks.
Oh, we got to wait that long?
Yeah, because I'm off. I'm not off during the middle of the week. I'm off on Saturday.
Oh, that's right, because you're working with me on a wedding on, as you put it, Saturday.
Saturday. And then the following Saturday, I'm off too. So it's like, it's not gonna.
How'd you get 2 Saturdays off?
I took a whole thing of French fries in my mouth.
Oh, okay, all right.
And then you had to be on the toilet.
Yeah, exactly.
That's probably why you were able to skip.
Everything's all oiled up, so just
so you're off on the 15th, and you're off on the 22nd.
Yeah.
What are you doing on the 22nd? You're not with me doing anything.
Just the way the schedule fell.
Oh,
that's
okay.
all.
Well,
because people needed off. And,
maybe you should take Veronique somewhere and go do something nice with Veronique.
Well, I was going to take her to Winn-Dixie so she could look at the lobsters in the lobster tank.
I don't like to do
always,
that.
That's always inviting.
I always skip that part.
That's riveting. Bonnie doesn't like that.
You know what? Since we were on, now you said lobster, and when we were on viral videos, did you see this monstrous-looking fish that washed ashore on a California beach? It's called a football fish.
No, I did not.
Take a look at that, Evan.
Wow.
Take a look at that bad boy. It's,
oh, my gosh.
This is like a round...
Oh, I remember seeing that, yeah.
Round, it's like a really black-looking fish,
I don't
too.
know. I'm looking at Business Unlimited plans on your computer.
Do you see the fish
No,
right there?
I don't see anything. I'm looking at Business Unlimited plans.
Oh, I think I hit something else.
So you'd be proud of me. I did, what did I do? 35 miles on the exercise bike this morning.
Oh, you did?
35 miles?
That's excellent.
And it's a Peloton?
It's a NordiTrack.
Oh, it's a NordiTrack.
Yeah.
Is that the one that you guys went to go pick up in Palm City?
Yes.
And you rode that bad boy 35 miles.
Wow.
Yep.
That's
Up
like
a
going
mountain,
to
too.
that's
Up a
like going
mountain,
from
dude.
that's like going from Port St. Lucie down to the Jupiter exit and back.
It was literally an hour and 15-minute exercise.
Wow.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
Did it tell you how many calories you burned? Or
I burned 334.
That's nothing.
I mean, that's nothing.
That's nothing. You can't lose weight on that many calories. You're skinny enough as it is. My God, you're going to look, like you're...
Not if he keeps bringing those donuts in for us.
True.
And eating those big, thick pork chops I make at night.
Yeah, I haven't had any of those. I've never been invited over for big, thick pork chops before.
Man, those pork chops at Costco, as big as your head, man. It's just...
like the cookie, right?
Yeah, like the cookie, exactly. So,
Okay.
but yeah, it's like... It takes forever to cook them because they're so, they're so big.
Where do you go when you go to Costco? Where's the Costco at?
Down in
There's
Palm
one
Beach.
in Palm Beach Gardens.
Yeah,
There
in the
is.
gardens. Yeah, they're going to be building one up here pretty soon.
We're wondering if that will still be coming in, though.
I think it is.
It goes back and forth, doesn't it?
I think it is. I'm not sure 100%. I don't want to...
Maybe Taryn Kryzda can tell us
I don't want to give
later
out
this
any
morning.
fake information like fake news.
Yeah.
Then we'll get accused of fake news.
You got to have it in reading and writing.
Yeah, that's a good
It's gotta
question.
be written.
That's a good question. Make a mental note. We'll ask Taryn Kryzda.
About if we're going to have a Costco.
Yeah, if we're going to have a Costco or anything like that.
I think she talked about it last week or the week before, something like that.
I think she did. I think
sure,
she did
for
touch
sure,
upon
without a
it.
doubt.
For
All right,
shizzle.
all right, Phil, we got to run. We got to get to news. It was nice chatting with you. I apologize for not calling you back yesterday. I was not feeling too well, and I'm still not feeling too well this morning, but I'm getting through things, and we're all good.
Well, that's what happens. You stick a whole thing of French fries in your mouth.
Well, I didn't do that, though, okay? I didn't do that. But anyway, you have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you
guys
soon.
later. Bye.
All right, bye-bye now. It is 6:45 on the Get Up and Go Show. It's time for news, all brought to us by our good friends at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. For the best deals on any type of precious metals, it's always St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Make sure and stop in and say hello to Mr. Hawk Levy. Here's Bonnie with the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Well, good morning. Governor Ron DeSantis is declaring a state of emergency over the Colonial Pipeline cyber attack. The 30-day order will ease restrictions to allow more trucks to deliver fuel to parts of the state experiencing shortages.
Governor Ron DeSantis declared a gas emergency on Tuesday night, saying the disruption of the Colonial Pipeline poses a significant and immediate threat. The pipeline that stretches across the eastern U.S. was disrupted Friday by a ransomware attack. Florida's gas supplies were largely unaffected by the outage, but panic buying has been causing local shortages. DeSantis said the Florida National Guard would be activated as needed to help deal with the emergency. I'm Mark Mayfield.
The recent ransomware attack on a critical East Coast pipeline has drivers wondering if it will impact gas prices and fuel supply. Here's WPTV's Ryan Hughes.
AAA telling us tonight that gas sales are higher than normal, and we have heard reports of long lines at some stations in our area. So the main message tonight for drivers is not to panic. Here at this mobile station, it's been somewhat busy today, but the owner telling me he's expecting a delivery sometime tomorrow. But unfortunately, AAA telling us there are some supply issues in other parts of Florida.
Pull the hose out.
Outside the Port of Palm Beach, Fill You Fast, a gas and diesel delivery company, is refilling these two refrigerated trucks.
That's it. They require sometimes 100 or 200 gallons per week.
So for owner Darren Gerber,
anything fuel related, we take care of.
Fuel is his livelihood, and he's bracing for any potential impacts caused by the ransomware attack on the Colonial Pipeline.
The fuel is also being shorted, so we have to allocate our time to make sure that we go to the right place at the right time before it closes.
The Colonial Pipeline transports gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel from refineries along the Gulf Coast through the South and up the East Coast. With the pipeline offline, AAA is warning consumers Florida is not largely dependent on the pipeline for its gasoline.
We receive our gasoline via waterborne vessels, ships that sail from the refineries over in Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi that bring that gasoline over to us and deliver it through our ports, which are then driven to our gas stations.
But AAA tells WPTV the concern tonight, gas sales are about 2 to 3 times higher in some states, as officials warn drivers not to panic and race to the pump.
There's plenty of gasoline supply in the state, as long as people don't all rush out to hit the gas stations at one time.
Fuel You Fast says it has seen gas prices creeping up the past few weeks and worries if drivers panic over a prolonged shutdown, it could drive prices even higher.
It's trickling down and affecting our availability and our prices. But we will have fuel. We always get fuel.
And AAA says tonight there are reports of outages in parts of North Florida, Tallahassee, Pensacola, and it does expect sporadic outages in other parts of the state. Right now, we are told that gas prices are holding steady, but the longer this goes on, the likely that could change. Live tonight in Riviera Beach, Ryan Hughes, WPTV, News Channel 5.
Local business owners continue to struggle to fill job openings in the hospitality industry and skilled labor positions. Megan McRoberts reports.
At Arnold Air Conditioning in Indian River County, Kevin Barrett says he's having to turn away valuable business.
Probably $250,000.
Wow.
Maybe more.
He's getting more customers than he has crews to service new AC clients.
I mean, we're running the crews that we have. They run all day.
Despite pay starting at $16 an hour for the inexperienced, he has jobs sitting open and he's struggling to fill them. Now moving on from signs and job postings to soon buying a billboard.
I've always had to solicit customers, and now I'm spending that same money soliciting employees.
He says this started during the pandemic as more people stayed home longer and needed more cool air, but an ongoing need for skilled workers on top of boosted unemployment benefits he feels is prolonging the problem.
Americans want to work.
But last week, U.S. Chamber of Commerce leadership calling on the federal government to end the $300 extra unemployment benefits, blaming it in part for a disappointing jobs report and contributing to 1 in 4 recipients making more money in unemployment than they earned working.
We're going to make it clear that anyone collecting unemployment who is offered a suitable job must take the job or lose their unemployment benefits.
Rich Kalita owns Furion Staffing and Recruiting.
If they continue to extend this $300, it's going to last a lot longer.
But he sees multiple reasons on the Treasure Coast for the vast job openings, even with good pay.
I mean, there are still people who are fearful about going out in public. There are still people who are waiting to get their vaccines. There are still people who are teaching their kids from home.
But for those ready to work, he's got openings he's hopeful to fill.
We've got like 200 jobs right now that are open that we're recruiting for.
Megan McRoberts, WPTV News Channel 5.
Well, lastly, Florida will get to make its case before a federal judge today as to why the cruise industry should start sailing again. Attorney General Ashley Moody sued the federal government last month to remove CDC restrictions that are preventing cruise lines from operating. All-star shooting guard Donovan Mitchell will not play in the Utah Jazz's final 3 regular season games as he continues to recover from a sprained right ankle. The determination was made after Mitchell was evaluated by the team's medical staff on Tuesday. Our news time is 6:51. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
I stepped into St. Lucie Jewelry and Coins, I figured it would just be one of my many stops on my road to the perfect engagement ring. My fiancée means the world to me, so I wanted something extra special. I found a huge selection of engagement rings at great prices, and my worry about finding the perfect engagement ring was quickly replaced with exceptional customer service. St. Lucie Jewelry's over 400 5-star reviews really told the story. I finally picked a ring, and it was perfect. She was floored. And then the tears came.
Hi, this is Hawk Levy, owner of St. Lucie Jewelry and Coins. We're now celebrating 26 years. Voted best diamond dealers, best jewelry buyers, and best jeweler year after year. Come celebrate with us in opening our third location at 1335 St. Lucie West Boulevard. We invite you to take a tour of our competition, but then come see us last.
6:52 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie, what's going on outside?
Well, outside on the roadways, Evan, it's looking fine. No accidents to report. Major highways are good. US 1, good and clear throughout Martin and St. Lucie County right now. There's your latest look at traffic. And it's 75 this morning in Stewart. Very warm in Columba, the Philippines this morning, 86 degrees. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
This morning along the Treasure Coast, temperatures starting off in the mid to upper 70s under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, hot and humid with highs in the upper 80s to low 90s, heat index values in the mid to upper 90s. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day, then a 40% chance for afternoon to evening showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow, highs in the upper 80s, rain chances up to 60%. Still a little unsettled for Friday, rain chances at 50%, but then slightly drier as we head into the weekend with highs in the mid-80s.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
The professionals at Mark Breckville Certified Public Accountants are proud to sponsor Treasure Coast Solutions, a community service program designed to provide information you can use, a local perspective on national issues, local solutions to meet your individual concerns. At our firm, we believe that information is knowledge, and with knowledge comes the power to have a positive impact on our lives, businesses, schools, and community. If you would like one of our professionals to address your personal financial or business concerns, please give us a call to set up an appointment at 220-3380.
Are you an entrepreneur or business owner along the Treasure Coast? Well, then you should be tuning in to Small Biz Florida from the Florida Small Business Development Center at Indian River State College. Hi, I'm Tom Kindred, your host for Small Biz Florida. Entrepreneurs and business owners will learn how the Florida SBDC and IRSC can help you start, grow, and accelerate your business.
Monday mornings at 11 on WSTU 1450 and worldwide on WPFLTV.com. With any business, the most valuable asset are the people and the teams, no matter how small or large the organization. Hi, I'm Catherine Colhane, Associate Director for the Florida SBDC at Indian River State College. Let us help your organization turbocharge your team. As a certified driving forces analyst, I will help management work more effectively with your people, increase and improve communication, reduce conflict and stress, better understand strengths and weaknesses so that your people are properly aligned in their jobs. Hire the right people. Let the Florida SBDC at IRSC transform your company using a customized assessment system, knowledge, and resources. Grow and accelerate your organization by turbocharging your team. To get started, contact the Florida SBDC at IRSC. For confidential one-on-one business consulting at no cost, contact the Florida SBDC at IRSC at 336-6285. Online at irscbiz.com.
When it comes to Medicare, it can be confusing and misleading. Sure, you can go to any particular company's presentation, but is that really the most effective way to go? Let my team look up your doctors, medications, and see whether an Advantage or a Medigap plan is more suitable. Call me, Denny Artachi, 561-537-5897, and let my team simplify and explain your choices. After all, it's your health we're talking about. 561-537-5897.
How to beat and treat some common grape pests and diseases. That's coming up on This Land of Ours.
Live
Living in Florida, we have so much to celebrate. Awesome weather, top-notch universities and sports teams, a rich blend of cultures, and so much more. From fresh market tomatoes to watermelon, from snap beans to tangerines, Florida farmers grow an abundance of safe and affordable products that are prized around the world. So look for the Fresh from Florida label when you shop. Wholesome, delicious, nutritious. Fresh from Florida. Fresh to you.
If your soil could talk, what would it say? If it's healthy, it may already be saying some good things about your future. Because farmers who use soil health building systems that include no-till, cover crops, and diverse species and rotations report greater productivity, profitability, and resiliency to weather extremes. Learn more about what your soil is saying about its health and your future. Contact your local USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service office today. This message brought to you by USDA and this radio station.
There are quite a few pests who like to munch on grapes just as much as we humans do. Some of the common pests you might find include Japanese beetles, black vine weevils, grape cane girdlers, grape mealybugs, and grassy winged sharpshooters. Aphids, butterflies, mites, and scale also have a hunger for the fruit on the vines. As if the number of pests that attack grapes wasn't enough, there are also quite a few diseases you'll need to keep an eye out for. One example is Pierce's disease. A number of insects, including glassy winged sharpshooters, spread this bacterial disease. You'll see leaves turn yellow or red at the edges or centers. They often drop off the vine but leave the little stem end detached. Of course, the best way to fight against these hungry pests and diseases is to prevent them in the first place. Use dormant sprays. Prune and destroy effective parts immediately, and try planting new vines that are resistant to diseases in your area. If you do use pesticides or fungicides and it rains, respray. I'm Kathy Isom, Southeast AgNet.
Do you have a suggestion for the show? Send us an email, WSTU Morning Show @gmail.com. And now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Hey, if you have any suggestions that you want to put your 2 cents in, or 3 cents, or 4 or 5, we don't care. You can send them to WSTU Morning Show @gmail.com. That is our personal email address. It is monitored by yours truly 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And we will definitely either respond to your emails or we'll respond to you on the air, whichever one. So, Bonnie, people can write to us anytime they want.
Yeah, that would be very nice. Maybe they'll have a question for us, or maybe you would like our opinion on some matter.
Maybe they'll ask us how many French fries we can shove in our mouths. I mean, I don't know. Anything is possible.
How many fries can you shove in your mouth?
I don't know.
At one time.
I want to say, that's a great idea. We should try that some morning. Maybe I'll bring in the Ninja Foodie and we'll air fry some fries in here. And then we can see just how many. I mean, we could cook up anything in the Ninja Foodie in here.
Yeah, we
need
really
an electric
could.
Outlet.
Or I have a kind of like a compact air fryer too that I could bring in, and I can fit in plenty
Maybe
of
we'll do that when
fries
Phil returns
into
in a few weeks.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll top it off with some of that barbecue sauce that Gary Owen gave us.
Oh, I'm dying just to try some of that.
All right, very good. We'll do that, definitely. We're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. News is coming up next. We'll be right back.
Filling up as gas stations running out. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
Crazy. I was told last night gas was going to go up 20 cents a gallon. So I filled all my vehicles up and all my gas cans. Now today there's no gas.
He's in Virginia, one of several states dealing with gas shortages. After the Colonial Pipeline cyber attack, 16% of stations in North Carolina have run out, and there have been price increases, as he referenced. But Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm says hoarding isn't necessary.
Especially in light of the fact that the pipeline should be substantially operational by the end of this week.
That's an issue that might come up today when President Biden meets with the leaders of Congress, both parties, to try to also find common ground on a massive infrastructure rebuild plan. House Republicans meet this morning and may remove Congresswoman Liz Cheney from a leadership post as she keeps speaking out, calling Donald Trump a threat to democracy.
A former president who provoked a violent attack on this Capitol in an effort to steal the election.
Some Republicans question whether Cheney can lead the GOP's effort to win control of the House in 2022. There is a key CDC meeting today on Pfizer's COVID vaccine for kids 12 to 15. The FDA approved that back on Monday.
In its announcement, the FDA said it increases the chance for safely returning to the classroom this fall for middle and high school students. Today's advisory committee meeting is the next step in the rollout, and if all goes well, the vaccinations could start as early as tomorrow. In a trial with 2,000 children aged 12 to 15, Pfizer's vaccine was 100% effective in protecting against infection.
As Fox's Tanya J. Powers, has been another barrage of Palestinian rockets fired out of Gaza and Israeli airstrikes into it with a lot of destruction on both sides. At least 43 Palestinians have been killed since Monday. 5 Israelis are dead. America's listening to Fox News.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshares. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, well, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder and CEO of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. And the process started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you could buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. Sounds crazy, right? Well, the crazy thing is, this never ends. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. I guarantee if we can't cancel your timeshare, you'll pay nothing.
Were you lied to when buying a timeshare and want out? Get the facts about timeshare cancellation. Call Wesley now for your free information kit. 800-885-9797. 800-885-9797. 800-885-9797. The president's meeting with leaders of Congress comes the day after the Senate's leaders joined a contentious debate over the Democrats' proposed election reform law. They shot down every Republican amendment, and it remains at a standstill. Both the majority and minority leaders of the Senate showed up to the Rules Committee session on a controversial election oversight bill.
Republican legislatures have seized on the big lie to restrict the franchise.
Democratic leader Chuck Schumer says the For the People Act is necessary to combat voter suppression laws. Top Republican Mitch McConnell accuses Democrats of rewriting rules for their benefit.
They want to make themselves the Board of Elections for every county and state in America.
The measure requiring early voting windows, automatic registration, and new financial disclosure laws does not have the 60 votes needed to advance in the Senate. On Capitol Hill, Jared Halpern, Fox News. In the past 2 days, 4 law enforcement officers have been killed, 2 in California and 2 in Texas. They were deputies in the city of Eden, where they were shot while answering a complaint about a dog. An employee for the city was also injured. The NRA has fired a blank in court trying to file for bankruptcy.
The case centered on whether the NRA should be allowed to reincorporate in Texas instead of New York, where Attorney General Letitia James sued the gun rights group to dissolve it. Lawyers for the Democratic Attorney General called the bankruptcy a circus sideshow, arguing NRA leaders used it to escape accountability for corruption and financial mismanagement. Attorneys for the NRA argue the bankruptcy is a legitimate effort to avoid a lawsuit that the group claims is politically motivated. Judge Harlan Hale concluding the bankruptcy was not filed in good faith, but he dismissed the case without prejudice, meaning the NRA can try again for Chapter 11. Steve Rappaport, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are down. The morning after the Dow dropped 473 points, its biggest sell-off since February. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
This message from Florida Department of Health, Martin County. The COVID-19 vaccines are safe, available, and they are free. When you're vaccinated, you can get back to doing the things you used to enjoy before the pandemic. Being vaccinated means you're protecting yourself and the ones you love from getting sick from the virus. You can schedule an appointment for the vaccine with a local pharmacy or a healthcare provider. Visit vaccines.gov to find a location that's convenient for you. So keep yourself and your loved ones safe from COVID-19. Get vaccinated.
Just imagine. Imagine finding a doctor who listens. Imagine a doctor who cares, who takes time to understand you and your lifestyle better. Imagine an entire care team dedicated to helping you live your best life. You don't have to imagine. WellMed is redefining aging with our unique approach to care designed by physicians to help you stay as healthy as possible. Learn more about our recognized model of care at discoverwellmed.com.
great food.
First-class presentation, too. I'm impressed.
Do you use catering services for client seminars and other marketing activities? Do you sometimes have working lunches? Then you know how important it is to make a great impression. You'll make that great impression with chef-prepared business catering from Ellie's Downtown Deli. From simple box lunch drop-offs to buffet setup and breakdown, you'll always enjoy tasty cuisine tastefully presented. And with Ellie's Downtown Deli, going first class costs no more than settling for a mundane meal.
This is Chef Mark Muller of Ellie's Downtown Deli. Drop by or give me a call to find out why our business catering means business for your business.
Ellie's Downtown Deli, located at 18 Southeast 6th Street, Stewart, just off Colorado Avenue. Call 772-781-6605 or visit elliesdowntowndeli.com.
Coming to you live from Stewart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world, it's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Thank you very much, Madam Announcer. The date is May the 12th, 2021.
What day is today?
Well, today is, like I said, May the 12th, 2021.
Let's get quacking.
All right, we'll get quacking.
I don't like to be cooped up in that office.
Well, I don't like to be cooped up in any office in any way, shape, or form. Time now is 7:07. Would you certify that, please?
It's now 7:07 a.m.
And the top of the morning to you, Miss Bonnie. We are in full swing. Hour number 2 is going strong right now.
Yep, and you had quacking and being cooped up. And just think, Evan, in a couple of days, I'm going to be quacking, but I'm not going to be cooped up.
No.
I'm going to be going down some water slides like a little duckling.
That's right. You're not going to be
Quack,
here.
quack.
You're going to have a long weekend coming up. We're going into a long weekend for you.
Yeah.
You're taking a personal day on Monday.
Monday even.
So
Yep.
I'm going to have a guest co-host on Monday, and you'll be going down water slides. Maybe you'll call the show Monday morning from the water slide or the hot tub or the pool early in the morning.
Might be a
With an
plausibility.
adult beverage in your hand.
We'll have to see. We'll
Yeah.
just have to see about that.
Definitely so.
If I'm awake that early.
I'm sure you could be. I have your phone number, don't forget.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You know me, I'm known for calling people early.
Oh, yeah, I was on floor number 2 at a very nice hotel the last time you called, and then my voice kind of carries, so my loud voice going through the halls were probably waking people up in the morning at that hotel.
Wow. Okay.
But it was like, gosh, it was like 52 degrees, I think.
Really?
Or was it 52 or 62?
Oh,
One
my
of those
gosh.
two.
All right.
And Jaden and I were swimming. Jaden and I were swimming early in the morning. So
All right.
I know it's going to be like a lot warmer when we go on vacation this time. Staying
right.
at the Holiday Inn, I guess.
All
like a
right.
Holiday Inn where I guess they told me they have like 7 swimming pools at this
Yeah.
Holiday Inn that we're staying in
Hey,
Orlando.
today is a big day for the school board. I just got a news alert. And today a decision is going to be made whether or not to require masks for the rest of the school year and the summer in Martin County.
That's right. They're having an emergency meeting
Yes.
to be held tonight. I saw Dr.
Yes.
John Millay, our friend, on the news with that this morning.
Somebody called in the...
So, in fact, we're going to have that the top news story coming up right around 7:20 with us.
All right.
So we're going to hear from WPTV's Derek Lowe, and he's going to be giving us all of the details on that emergency school board meeting coming up tonight, whether or not the kids are going to wear masks.
for the rest of this year and going into the summer.
I see that I saw in the news, Okeechobee County this morning,
Yeah.
St. Lucie counties, they have mandatory wearing the masks on the school buses and at school.
We'll have to see what happens with that. Hi, good morning. You're on the air with Evan and Bonnie.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, good morning. You sound like you're in outer space.
I don't know why.
I can barely hear. Are you on hands-free this morning?
I don't know what I'm on. I just dialed the number. Let me call you right back.
All right, call me right back. I think that was Jeff. I wasn't sure. It sounded like an alien.
And his voice sounded a little bit huskier than Jeff's. Am I wrong with that?
Maybe he's been working out.
I finally found out what he was talking about yesterday. He thought I lost my kitty in what state was that in? Way over there in Arizona or somewhere. Mm-hmm. Well, it looked like there was like this big cat walking around in that area.
Yeah, I saw that story. Yeah.
Or spotted.
Yeah, definitely sure. All right, let's try this line. Hi, good morning. You're on the air.
Does it work better now?
Yeah, it does. Maybe line 1 works better than line 2. Who knows?
Oh, boy. You don't have to wear a mask while you're at the water slide.
Say what again, Jeff?
She doesn't have to wear a mask while she's on the water slide.
Oh, well, I'm going down the water slide.
No, she doesn't have to wear a mask when she's going down the water slide. That's for sure.
I'm hoping not.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That would get uncomfortable wearing a wet mask on your face during that duration.
Brutal.
You know, I did go into Publix yesterday.
Yeah.
In Port St. Lucie. Mm-hmm. I forgot to bring my mask in.
Really?
But then, okay, so here's a scenario. I had to go to the bathroom. And it just took me getting in front of the mirror in the bathroom to say, "Oh wow, no mask! I can see my face. Something's missing." But then, I thought I was going to go back and get it. But I walked around the store a little bit. There were other people too not wearing masks.
Oh, okay.
And whatever I had to get was like really quick. I think I had to grab some cat food.
All right.
So I just got some and got on out of there without one.
All right, Jeff, how's your morning going this morning?
Well,
Jeff, we have a terrible phone connection. I don't know what it is. If you could turn your radio off, possibly, and take us off hands-free.
I'm out of my car.
Okay. Well, this is awful, Bonnie. I feel bad because I love talking to Jeff, and we have a bad phone connection. I don't know what it is or what's what.
Yep. It's
maybe Jeff, can you take us off of hands-free?
I'm going to turn my car off and start over again.
All right. Turn your car off and start over again. There's the ding. It's dinging.
All right. Better now?
He's dinging. Turn the car completely off. Pull the key out of the ignition. Take us off hands-free and hold the phone.
I think he better call back on a better phone.
Yeah, maybe he should call back on a better phone.
Signal's awful.
Yes, it was terrible. Anyway, let's get to birthdays and anniversaries if we could.
News on the radio. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
That's technology for you, that's for sure. What do you got this morning, Bonnie?
Just anybody
celebrating
a birthday today and during this nice month of May. Happy birthday to you.
All right, very good. Emily Van Camp is 35. That's Nicolette on the Fox medical drama The Resident. Claire Bowen, 37. That's Scarlett O'Connor on Nashville. Dom Hall Gleason is 38. That's General Hux in Star Wars. Rami Malek is 40.
Rami Malek.
Malek. Did I say it wrong?
Yep. No, that's all right.
I'm sorry.
But
Apologies.
Rami Malek, he's 40 today.
Mm-hmm.
He won that Best Actor for when he played Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes.
And, I saw him in a movie, too, recently. I went to see it at the theater with Denzel Washington, where they play FBI agents. They're police.
Mm-hmm.
And he did really well in that movie, too. He's an excellent actor.
All right.
And I would say anybody that wants to see that one, you should watch it.
All right. Jason Biggs is 43. Kim Fields. That's Tootie in The Facts of Life.
In fact, Tootie, how old is she today?
Tootie is 52.
She was so cute in The Facts of Life.
She was a cutie patootie, get it?
She's going to start her Netflix sitcom 2 starts today. It's called The Upshaws.
Very good.
If you want to check out Tootie all grown up in that.
Tony Hawk, the greatest skateboarder in video game history, is 53 years old today. Wow. Let's go to the phones real quick. Hi, you're on the air. Who's this?
Is it better now?
Oh, yes. Much better.
Oh, Lord.
What was wrong with your phone?
Somebody turned my Bluetooth off.
Wow.
And it was dialing straight in, and it was, not, doing the Bluetooth thing.
So who's been in your car? That's what I want to know.
Well, my granddaughter had my phone last night, and she's doing all kinds of weird crap to it. Next thing I know, she must have turned my Bluetooth off.
There you go.
Are you seeing weird images and
I figured out
videos?
how to turn it back on. I'm getting pretty good at this stuff.
There you go.
See, even Grandpa can do it.
That's right.
That's it.
Grandpa knows all about
gotta
technology.
Say, mass madness has gone crazy, but outside, they said scientifically now it's 0.01 the possibility of you catching any viruses outside without a mask on. That was on TV last night, and I was watching the news about 10 o'clock, and I was stunned to hear that we have all been running around with masks on our face for no reason at all.
Well, outside, that's senseless. Ever since
Yeah,
this
the
virus
chances
started,
are slim to none outside, in my opinion, and Bonnie agrees.
I do. I get outside of a store, and that mask is off right
Yeah,
away.
I agree.
I want to smell that good, fresh air.
Yeah.
I don't know why Dr. Fauci wants us to wear double mask and all this kind of stuff, but I think the guy's lost his marbles, but that's besides the point.
Yes, I think you're right. I
Yeah.
think you're correct. I think he's out of his mind with that.
It is what it is. By mid to the end of the summer, I think we're going to be back to even more of some kind of normality.
That'd be so nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it really would. And then hopefully by holiday time this year in December, I can have my annual holiday party again.
Oh, yeah.
And decorate.
Can I come?
And yes, you know what? I will invite you. You are invited to my yearly holiday party. As long as you promise, as long as you know what? I just thought of a great idea. Bring your acoustic, and you can entertain at my holiday party this year.
Well, I'm a Jimmy Buffett specialist. If you don't like Jimmy Buffett,
No,
it's gonna
that'd be
awful.
great. That you know what? Jimmy Buffett sings the holiday carols.
That's it.
That's it. All right, we'll talk about it. We'll definitely talk about it.
Will he have a meet and greet with Santa
And
Claus?
I do all the Christmas songs, too. There's a bakery up here that hires me every Christmas time because they want me to entertain the people in the lines.
Mm-hmm.
And I go out there and sing all the Christmas carols,
Okay.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
I actually know Dr. Elmo personally. I've interviewed him many times on the program when I used to do syndicated talk radio, and this year I'm going to have him on as a guest. I'm going to make sure and book him on the show.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How old is he by now?
He's
got to
up
be
there.
really up there.
He's up there in age.
That seems like that song has been around for centuries.
Yep. I can tell
if
you
not
this
decades.
much. I can tell you this much, Jeff. December the 12th will be our yearly holiday shindig at my home, so put it in your calendar.
It's all right. Okay, December 12th. Okay, that's
December
cool.
12th. That's
my
what
daughter-
we're. That's what
my
we're.
daughter's birthday. I can't forget that. But she's in Idaho. So
Okay,
I
and
can't
we
go
also
that
have,
far.
just so you know, also we also have the real deal Santa Claus make an appearance at my home every year for the children.
Yeah, he came here to visit last year along with Mrs. Claus.
Yes, they were in studio last year, and he's been coming to my home probably for the last 8-9 years, and he will be making a return this year to my home.
Man, Evan, you are so much like me. When I was younger and the kids were younger, I used to do the same thing. I used to have Santa Claus bring in a big sack of toys that all the parents stuff. And it got so bad that the Palm Springs Police Department used to set up barricades because of all the people coming.
Yeah, there's no place to park at my house at holiday time. It's pretty intense.
Did
That's
anybody
exactly what happened.
Did anybody ever get drunk and plow through all of the lawn ornaments?
No, we have stuff up that you cannot park on my lawn.
Okay.
Because of we have at least 25, 30 blow-ups in my yard for Christmas. My house looks like Disney World. You'll see it when you come over in December, Jeff. It really, the wife and I'm really go all out.
Excited. Hey, are we there yet?
Yeah, right? Anyway, speaking of there yet, we got to run. We got to get to news. Thank you
Have
so
a
much
great
for calling,
day,
and we'll
guys.
talk to
See
you
you later,
soon.
and I'm
All right,
looking
man.
forward to it.
We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye now. 7:20, by the way, Bonnie, you and your better half are invited.
Oh, that would be great.
Definitely.
Okay.
7:20 right now. It's news time. Let's go to the news desk where Bonnie's standing by with the morning headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning to you, Evan. Parents and school board members are preparing for an emergency meeting in Martin County. WPTV's Derek Lowe has the story.
Some parents here in Martin County say they want the mask mandate gone immediately, but time on that goal could be running out with the last day of school quickly approaching.
We want it now.
right now instead of waiting for their decision at the beginning of August.
It's a decision some parents say it may cause them to pull their kids from the Martin County School District.
My younger one, he does come home with headaches a lot, several times a week.
Regan Chattel started a petition to unmask kids in schools, an effort that now has over 750 signatures.
I know that we've made ourselves heard, and I think that they may consider unmasking the kids for the rest of the year, even though there isn't that much time left, I'm hoping.
This is a very emotional issue.
In an interview, district officials tell News Channel 5 that their current reopening plan remains in effect. That includes the mask rules in place now for months. If the mandate is repealed at Wednesday's emergency meeting, there would be little time left this school year, and we're told the school board would need to seek legal advice on how to proceed. All this as the last day of school is slated for May 28th.
So we welcome the public to come and speak with civility to the board.
Since August 2020, there have been 413 cases inside Martin County schools.
I think it would be silly to change course at this point.
Teachers Union President Karen Risaniti worries about letting the guard down too soon.
I hope the board does not feel pressured into making a hasty decision, one that could have to be overturned based on our status in July or August.
District officials say barring a spike of COVID cases in the summer, they intend to make masks optional in the fall. Reporting in Stewart, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV, News Channel 5.
A major expansion of school vouchers is on the way in Florida. Governor DeSantis signing a bill passed by the Republican-controlled legislature. It increases the income threshold to a level where family of four making nearly $100,000 a year could qualify for vouchers.
We will be doubling down on our commitment to supporting our working families and making sure that they have the ability to get their kids in the school of their choices.
Democrats and many public school teachers aren't thrilled. They say such scholarships drain money from the public system. A 13-year-old Florida girl who was found dead Sunday near Jacksonville was stabbed to death. The medical examiner confirmed Tuesday Tristan Bailey died of sharp force trauma by stabbing. Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Predag Bullock determined, according to the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. A 14-year-old classmate was arrested in connection with her death. He faces a charge of second-degree murder. Surveillance video from the area showed Tristan and the suspect walking together early Sunday. Investigating Corporal Kurt Hannon noted in the report. However, surveillance video from later in the morning showed the same suspect walking back alone and carrying a pair of Nike shoes. Tristan's body was found Sunday evening near a retention pond located less than a mile from the suspect's home. Her body appeared to have significant injury to her head and other trauma. AAA is forecasting a rebound in travel this Memorial Day weekend. Vice President of Travel Debbie Haas says after more than a year of the pandemic, folks are ready to get out of the house.
A return to beaches, to outdoor exploration, theme parks. The traditional favorites of summer certainly are popular again.
AAA predicts that more than 2 million Floridians will travel over the holiday, an increase of 62% from a year ago. Lastly, anyone who needs a ride to get to a vaccination site to get vaccinated will soon be able to use the ride-sharing companies Lyft and Uber for free. The initiative is part of a new partnership with the White House. Lyft and Uber will promote rides to and from tens of thousands of vaccination sites through their apps. Individuals can select a vaccination site near them, follow simple directions to redeem their ride, and then get a ride to take them to and from a nearby vaccination site free of charge. The free rides are expected to start in the next 2 weeks, and it will run through July 4. That's when the White House hopes to meet its goal of getting 70% of adults with at least one COVID-19 shot. Tech entrepreneur Mark Lohr and former baseball star Alex Rodriguez 30-day exclusive negotiating window to purchase the Minnesota Timberwolves from Glenn Taylor has ended without a formal deal. Now, both sides are continuing to negotiate in good faith in an attempt to reach an agreement, and it's possible that an extension to the window could be worked out, but one isn't currently in place, sources told ESPN. News time, we have 7:26. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
So if you incurred roof damage in the last 2 years, Code Red Roofers is there to help you with all of your roofing needs. Code Red Roofers, the roofers who respond 24/7. And there are flexible payment options for metal, tile, shingle, or flat roofs. Code Red Roofers, se habla español. Code Red Roofers, 844-4-CODE-RED. That's 844-4-CODE-RED.
7:26 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's the Wednesday edition. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by our good friends at Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
We're not finding any accidents on this Wednesday morning. It's just, like picture perfect throughout the Treasure Coast, St. Lucie County and Martin County. We're looking at a smooth ride this morning. There's your latest look at traffic. It's 75 in Palm City, and in Erie, Pennsylvania, a partly cloudy 43. Here's our forecast from WPTV.
This morning along the Treasure Coast, temperatures starting off in the mid to upper 70s under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, hot and humid with highs in the upper 80s to low 90s, heat index values in the mid to upper 90s. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day, then a 40% chance for afternoon to evening showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow, highs in the upper 80s, rain chances up to 60%. Still a little unsettled for Friday, rain chances at 50%, but then slightly drier as we head into the weekend with highs in the mid-80s.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Don't sweat in your boxers, call the AC Doctors at 344-3944.
York, install confidence. Contact the AC Doctors, acdoctorsinc.com.
Attention Florida residents. If you don't have health insurance, or if you're paying too much for your health insurance premiums, you can now take advantage of new higher subsidies that will lower your health care insurance premium. 48% who enroll will have premiums less than $100 a month, and some will qualify for a $0 premium. You have until August 15th to take advantage of this opportunity. Call Owen Insurance Group today for a free quote. 772-210-1020. That's 772-210-1020.
Florida voters overwhelmingly passed a constitutional amendment to do one simple thing. Require that any expansion of gambling be approved by the voters, not the politicians, not the lobbyists. You. It's called voter control of gambling, and it's the law. But gambling lobbyists want politicians to break it. They've hatched a plan to expand gambling without your approval. More casinos, legalized sports betting, even slot machines on cell phones. Just like the strip mall casinos that called themselves internet cafes. All over again, and all cooked up by Tallahassee lobbyists. It would be the biggest expansion of gambling in Florida history, without the biggest thing required by Florida's Constitution, your approval. Voter control of gambling isn't a suggestion. It's the law. Tell your legislator, don't break it. Sponsored by No Casinos.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
This is not headline news. Tom Arnold's sister was making $200,000 a week selling meth. She says she was horrified and embarrassed to be Tom Arnold's sister. PETA named a rescue cow Kim Kardashian to honor Kim's no-meat diet. They say the cow has long eyelashes like Kim and likes to take selfies with her udders completely uncovered. Billy Squire turned 71 today. He's at the point where he can actually suffer a stroke while playing the stroke. A man claims he found a Bigfoot house in Yellowstone. He identified it by its ridiculously large welcome mat.
Cute.
And NASA says fungus can grow on Mars. By the way, Martian fungal infection is on the lineup for next year's Coachella. This is not headline news.
From not headline news, we go to the stupid stuff.
And now it's time for Stupid News,
It's so stupid and awesome.
where we ask the important questions.
Are some people too stupid to live?
Why are people so stupid?
Are you effing stupid?
All right, so we're going to go across the pond to where Mark Hales lives, and we're going to go to the United Kingdom to start things off, Bonnie. All right, we're going to go to the UK, where a wedding singer and a musician just posted a screenshot on Facebook of some text messages that he got from a groom who was trying to book him for his wedding. Now, the groom said he couldn't pay in money, but if the guy performed, he'd get food, beer, and, quote, I'll put in a good word with the bridesmaids.
Oh, well, there you go. Then he should do it. He should clearly do it now.
Now, I'm sure lockdowns got them like wild animals. The wedding singer turned him down because he needed the money, but the groom kept trying. And eventually, the groom called the wedding singer, quote, ungrateful for turning down his offer.
No, the wedding singer doesn't want to do it until he sees that green.
Yeah.
Sees the green
Which
laid
I don't
out.
blame him.
No.
Because food and beer are not going to put food and beer on the wedding singer's table for his family.
Plus, he probably had all that food and beer while he was in quarantine, and
Yeah.
he wants to get out now and doesn't need all that
Yeah.
jabber anymore.
Yeah, so if you're going to hire a musician for your wedding and you want to tell them that you're going to let them eat your food and you'll put a good word in for the bridesmaids, if somebody did that to me to DJ their wedding,
Yeah.
I would slap them silly. Because you ain't going to put food on my table. You're not going to be able to make my mortgage payment.
There you go.
And you're not going to be able to make my truck payment as well with just putting food in my tummy.
I wonder what Adam Sandler would say about this. He was the wedding singer.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Adam Sandler would
Yeah.
want to do it.
Oh, I've got his number in my phone. We'll call him.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just give him a call. Adam, hey, it's Ev. How you doing, buddy? Anyway, on Saturday night, the police in Nashville, Tennessee, got a call to come to Kid Rock's Big Honky Tonk Rock and Roll Steakhouse. Did you catch all that?
Yep, a Kid Rock's Big Honky Tonk Rock and Roll Steakhouse.
Yes. Cops got a call to go there Saturday night because a guy had taken off his colostomy bag and was swinging it around, spraying the feces all over the place.
Oh, say it isn't true.
He was going, yee-haw, like this with his colostomy bag.
A guy, was he drinking? Is the guy with a colostomy bag supposed to drink?
I don't know, but the guy was arrested, and at least one of the cops had to go change because his uniform was covered in fecal matter.
Oh, my gosh.
So
That's like really gross.
I mean, think about it. Kid Rock's Big Honky Tonk Rock and Roll Steakhouse with a guy inside atop a table swinging around his colostomy bag going, yeehaw.
Maybe it added some extra flavor for somebody's steak.
Excuse me. I'll take the colostomy flavored bag on my steak.
Yeah, and if some was going round, it makes you wonder if a little droplet or a swoosh brushed on anybody's steak or their mashed potatoes. Oh, good grief.
Not someplace I would go anytime soon.
Wow.
I wonder if that place is available to take a phone call.
Is that like over in Tampa? Maybe the Tampa Bay area?
No, that's in Nashville.
Oh, okay.
That's in Nashville. Hold on one second here. I'm looking to see exactly where they are. Okay, so here it is right here. I found out where they are. Oh, okay. And they open up, darn it, they open up at 10 this morning.
Oh, usually restaurants don't do their food prep
I wonder
till
if they have,
10 or 11.
a recording on their phone. Let's see. I'm curious what the recording says.
I had a guy on my table. He was telling me about all the country music stars that own restaurants in Nashville. I think Blake Shelton owns one, and I'm sure that, good gosh, I can never remember his name, but Nicole Kidman's husband.
Let's
Keith
see
Urban.
Here.
Keith Urban's got to own one up that way too. They live there.
Maybe the cleaning crew will answer.
I wonder.
Let's see what we get. We'll just let it ring like 4 times. They have a bunch of Google reviews. They got 4.5 stars.
That's good.
So that's not bad out of 5. Yeah. It's 2 rings. It's 3 rings. They're at 221
you
Broadway.
don't like to hear of this place, the thing like that going on, but Kid Rock's restaurant, I would surely want to visit.
Yeah. I mean, I would, but not to see some guy flinging around. All right, they didn't answer,
wow.
So the janitor must be off too. Okay, I tried, Bonnie. I'm sorry. I apologize. They didn't answer. I would have loved to have gotten to the bottom of that story.
What can you do?
I know, right? A Japanese company is working on a quirky container like bag for live fish, suitable both for pet owners wanting to take their favorite fish on walks and fans of the super fresh sashimi known as katsugoyo bag. This is a portable fish tank that is shaped like a long tube. That's kind of like when you go through the drive-through at a bank. And it's transparent in the middle with a handle on top that you can carry. So you can put your fish in there and you can take your fish for a walk. Now there's a sensor on there that monitors the oxygen saturation of the water.
Fish out of your fish tank, you're taking them for a walk?
Yeah, you know how people, they
That's
like to
absurd.
take... Well, now wait a minute now. Hold on, before you say that. Hold on. People like to take dogs for walks. People like to take cats for walks. Well, they've developed over in Japan, there's a company that's developed this tube that you can take your fish out of water, put it in the tube, it has a handle, and you can carry it, and it's got an oxygen sensor that monitors the O2 in the water. So if you want to take your fish for a walk with you to the park, you can take your fish for a walk.
You know, I think the only idea
I
have with that would be maybe taking your fish over to the next door neighbors to show them your pretty fish.
Show and tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, fish don't need to go for a walk.
I mean, I've seen video of people walking down a street in Japan of them walking their fish with this concoction of a invention.
That's just unheard of.
Right?
I mean, I don't know what to say about
that.
Now,
could you imagine somebody coming to your house with a fish in the tube and they set it down and poor Hansi and Jack Frosty look at the fish through the clear glass? That's like torture.
They would
because cats love fish.
They would be pawing at that action.
Oh yeah. They'd be doing more than pawing. They'd be like attacking.
I had a boyfriend one time that had a round fish bowl, and he had a fish named Oscar.
Was it a goldfish?
It was. I think it was. Oscar was a goldfish, or no, I think it was one of those pretty betas.
Oh, the beautiful, the rainbow-colored ones?
Yeah, he called it Oscar. He had the fish for a long time. And
Oscar the fish?
I had a kitty cat at the time that his name was Buddy. Buddy, my kitty cat,
Buddy tried to get a new buddy.
He kind of flipped that fish out of the water and...
Didn't go good for the fish,
And then my boyfriend at the time said, Bonnie... What's missing from this fish tank? Yeah. It was like Oscar.
Yeah, time to go take the cat for an x-ray and see where the fish went.
Are there like walking fish? I've heard there's like walking fish around here.
I don't think so. Maybe walking catfish.
Actually, like if you look up this thing called walking fish, and I think they've been spotted even over in like the Jonathan Dickinson State Park area.
Really?
Over by Indiantown, I heard.
So does that mean that if you're driving down the road and you see a fish tooling across the highway, you have to yield to the fish? Yeah. I mean, you see the signs that say yield to pedestrians and crosswalks. So does that mean they're going to put up signs now that say yield to fish in crosswalks?
I'm not sure if they have those signs up for the fish or if they've ever had them.
Think about that.
Yeah.
You can't hit the pedestrian.
They have look for bear signs up in the Ocala area.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a beware of the fish or watch out for a fish sign.
Very interesting.
Because they should be all in the pond, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I think they're all in the water.
Exactly. There's a 28-year-old woman named Chinesaya Campbell who was on American Airlines this past Sunday flying from Miami to Nueva York. That's Spanish for New York.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Nueva
York.
Nueva York.
And in the middle of the flight, she was furious as the flight attendants she was furious at the flight attendants for not grabbing the garbage off of her tray. She had a napkin scrunched up.
Yeah.
And she was ticked off at them because they didn't grab the balled-up napkin.
Oh, gee.
So she chased them down the aisle in mid-flight.
Was her name Karen?
And she attacked one of them.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, she attacked one of them. While she was beating up the flight attendant, she yelled, quote, "Cops aren't going to do anything to me." That was wrong to say because there was an off-duty NYPD cop on the plane.
Oh, good. I would have loved to have seen this.
Yeah, he jumped in and put the woman in restraints for the rest of the flight.
All right. On.
When they got to their destination to New York, she was arrested when the flight landed, and now she's facing charges of interfering with the flight crew and endangering the other passengers.
I would like to have been on that plane just to see her get her just desserts.
Oh, same here. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
I'd have been standing up in my chair hooting and hollering.
Applauding, right?
Definitely. Definitely. So, folks, if you're on a flight somewhere and the flight attendant does not pick up your trash off of your tray, the best thing to do is to reach up above, hit that little flight attendant button that goes doom, doom. Did I do that right?
Yeah, that sounded just like it.
Okay.
Just as if I were on a plane.
Okay. And then the flight attendant will come over and you simply ask her, "Could you please dispose of my trash?" And it'll get done.
That's all you got to do.
But don't chase the flight attendant down the aisle, for God's sakes.
Or maybe if you see that cute girl or that cute guy, maybe just a couple of seats ahead of you that you want to flirt with, kind of roll up that little napkin and toss it at their head.
Just toss it at them and put your phone number on there and hope they open it. and then, who knows, maybe you'll make a love connection 35,000 feet up in the air. That's your stupid news for a Wednesday. From the stupid stuff, we go to the real stuff, which is, of course, always sponsored by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin for the best deals in town on anything pertaining to precious metals. Please stop in and see our good friend Hawk Levy at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Here's Bonnie with the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Well, good morning once again. Parents and school board members are preparing for an emergency meeting in Martin County, and WPTV's Derek Lowe has the story.
Some parents here in Martin County say they want the mask mandate gone immediately, but time on that goal could be running out with the last day of school quickly approaching.
We want it now, right now, instead of waiting for their decision at the beginning of August.
It's a decision some parents say it may cause them to pull their kids from the Martin County School District.
My younger one, he does come home with headaches a lot, several times a week.
Regan Chattel started a petition to unmask kids in schools, an effort that now has over 750 signatures.
I know that we've made ourselves heard, and I think that they may consider unmasking the kids for the rest of the year, even though there isn't that much time left. I'm hoping.
This is a very emotional issue.
In an interview, district officials tell News Channel 5 that their current reopening plan remains in effect. That includes the mask rules in place now for months. If the mandate is repealed at Wednesday's emergency meeting, there would be little time left this school year, and we're told the school board would need to seek legal advice on how to proceed. All this as the last day of school is slated for May 28th.
So we welcome the public to come and speak with civility to the board.
Since August 2020, there have been 413 cases inside Martin County schools.
And I think it would be silly to change course at this point.
Teachers Union President Karen Ryzda worries about letting the guard down too soon.
I hope the board does not feel pressured into making a hasty decision, one that could have to be overturned based on our status in July or August.
District officials say barring a spike of COVID cases in the summer, they intend to make masks optional in the fall. Reporting in Stewart, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV News Channel 5.
Local business owners continue to struggle to fill job openings in the hospitality industry and skilled labor positions. WPTV's Megan McRoberts has details.
At Arnold Air Conditioning in Indian River County, Kevin Barrett says he's having to turn away valuable business.
Probably $250,000.
Wow.
Maybe more.
He's getting more customers than he has crews to service new AC clients.
I mean, we're running the crews that we have. They run all day.
Despite pay starting at $16 an hour for the inexperienced, he has jobs sitting open and he's struggling to fill them. Now moving on from signs and job postings to soon buying a billboard.
I've always had to solicit customers. And now I'm spending that same money soliciting employees.
He says this started during the pandemic as more people stayed home longer and needed more cool air, but an ongoing need for skilled workers on top of boosted unemployment benefits he feels is prolonging the problem.
Americans want to work.
But last week, U.S. Chamber of Commerce leadership calling on the federal government to end the $300 extra unemployment benefits, blaming it in part for a disappointing jobs report and contributing to 1 in 4 recipients making more money in unemployment than they earned working.
We're going to make it clear that anyone collecting unemployment who is offered a suitable job must take the job or lose their unemployment benefits.
Rich Kalita owns Furion Staffing and Recruiting.
If they continue to extend this $300, it's going to last a lot longer.
But he sees multiple reasons on the Treasure Coast for the vast job openings, even with good pay.
I mean, there are still people who are fearful about going out in public. There are still people who are waiting to get their vaccines. There are still people who are teaching their kids from home.
But for those ready to work, he's got openings he's hopeful to fill.
We've got like 200 jobs right now that are open that we're recruiting for.
Megan McRoberts, WPTV News Channel 5.
A major expansion of school vouchers is on the way in Florida. Governor DeSantis signed a bill passed by the Republican-controlled legislature. It increases the income threshold to a level where a family of 4 making nearly $100,000 a year could qualify for vouchers.
We will be doubling down on our commitment to supporting our working families and making sure that they have the ability to get their kids in the school of their choices.
Democrats and many public school teachers aren't thrilled. They say such scholarships drain money from the public system. Richard Corcoran is among 9 candidates in contention to become the next president of Florida State University. The university's presidential search committee Tuesday released its list of applicants who have been selected to interview for the position, soon to be vacated by outgoing President John Thrasher. Arguably, the most notable name on the list is Corcoran, Florida's current education commissioner and a former state house speaker. Lastly, NASA announced that it's postponed its Tuesday rocket launch at NASA's Wallops Flight Facility in Virginia to today. The agency said the launch of the Kinet-X sounding rocket was scrubbed due to cloudy skies in Bermuda and Wallops. The next launch opportunity will be no earlier than tonight at 8:06 p.m. Backup days run through Sunday, according to the agency. Brooklyn Nets guard Kyrie Irving left Tuesday night's 115-107 win over the Chicago Bulls after suffering a facial contusion in the third quarter. Irving collided with the Bulls center Nikolai Vucevic while going up for a rebound and was hit in the face by Vucevic's elbow. Irving scored 13 points in 21 minutes. He was 4 of 10 shooting from the field, had 3 rebounds and 5 assists. Also in the NBA, Miami Heat last night won over the Celtics 129-121. The 76ers lose to the Pacers, and Orlando Magic fall to the Bucks 114-102. News time is 7:50. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
The
first time I stepped into St. Lucie Jewelry and Coins, I figured it would just be one of my many stops on my road to the perfect engagement ring. My fiancée means the world to me, so I wanted something extra special. I found a huge selection of engagement rings at great prices, and my worry about finding the perfect engagement ring was quickly replaced with exceptional customer service. St. Lucie Jewelry's over 400 five-star reviews really told the story. I finally picked a ring, and it was perfect. She was floored. And then the tears came.
Hi, this is Hawk Levy, owner of St. Lucie Jewelry and Coins. We're now celebrating 26 years, voted best diamond dealers, best jewelry buyers, and best jeweler year after year. Come celebrate with us in opening our third location at 1335 St. Lucie West Boulevard. We invite you to take a tour of our competition, but then come see us last.
7:51 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie, the Wednesday edition. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie, what's going on outside?
Well, we have a nice highway. The traffic is looking good right here. Major highways, of course. US 1 moving right along, right over that Roosevelt Bridge this morning. No tie-ups, no accidents to report. There's your latest look at traffic. It's a clear sky in Stuart, 75 right now, and a cloudy sky in Leon, Mexico, 63. Here's our weather from WPTV.
This morning along the Treasure Coast, temperatures starting off in the mid to upper 70s under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, hot and humid with highs in the upper 80s to low 90s, heat index values in the mid to upper 90s. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day, then a 40% chance for afternoon to evening showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow, highs in the upper 80s, rain chances up to 60%. Still a little unsettled for Friday, rain chances at 50%, but then slightly drier as we head into the weekend with highs in the mid-80s.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
The professionals at Mark Breckville Certified Public Accountants are proud to sponsor Treasure Coast Solutions, a community service program designed to provide information you can use, a local perspective on national issues, local solutions to meet your individual concerns. At our firm, we believe that information is knowledge, and with knowledge comes the power to have a positive impact on our lives, businesses, schools, and community. If you would like one of our professionals to address your personal financial or business concerns, please give us a call to set up an appointment at 220-3380.
This message from Florida Department of Health, Martin County.
Still wondering about whether you should get the COVID-19 vaccine? Well, the answer is yes. The COVID-19 vaccine protects you and keeps you healthy so you can keep working and doing the things that you like to do. The vaccines are safe, free, and available all across our community. You can schedule an appointment for the vaccine with a local pharmacy or a healthcare provider. Visit vaccines.gov to find a location near you.
With any business, the most valuable asset are the people and the teams, no matter how small or large the organization. Hi, I'm Catherine Culhane, Associate Director for the Florida SBDC at Indian River State College. Let us help your organization turbocharge your team. As a certified driving forces analyst, I will help management work more effectively with your people, increase and improve communication, reduce conflict and stress, better understand strengths and weaknesses so that your people are properly aligned in their jobs. Hire the right people. Let the Florida SBDC at IRSC transform your company using a customized assessment system, knowledge, and resources. Grow and accelerate your organization by turbocharging your team. To get started, contact the Florida SBDC at IRSC.
For confidential one-on-one business consulting at no cost, contact the Florida SBDC at IRSC at 336-6285. Online at irscbiz.com.
Hi, this is Denny Artachi, host of the Today with Denny show, where we talk about financial and healthy well-being from a common sense perspective. This is a show where we cover what's on your mind, like local, world, and entertainment news. So tune in, have fun, share your story Thursday mornings from 9 to 10 a.m. on WSTU 1450 AM radio.
In today's Ag News from Southeast AgNet.
Are you looking for something that's unusual or hard to find? You might just find it at HiBid.com. It's the online auction site for, well, just about anything. HiBid.com has estate sales, closeouts, liquidations, and even government-seized vehicle auctions. It's easy to bid on office furniture, antiques, sports memorabilia, restaurant equipment, motorboats, and even arcade games. You can search for items by name or simply see where the next page takes you. Visit HiBid.com, that's HIBID.com, and find what you're looking for today.
Here's farmer and businessman James Wood.
We farm about 3,500 acres. There's pipelines everywhere. The contractor working on my property did not have the lines located before he began work, and it resulted on a strike on a natural gas pipeline. Fortunately, no one was hurt, but it could have been much worse.
Never assume the location or depth of underground lines. Always call 811 or visit clickbeforeyoudig.com before you start work. A message from the Pipeline Operators for Ag Safety campaign.
Agriculture groups are urging the Biden administration to appeal the chlorpyrifos court decision. We'll find out more after this. AgNet West recently reported that an appeals court in California gave the Environmental Protection Agency a deadline to take action on the widely used chemical chlorpyrifos. Well, last week, a coalition of agriculture groups urged the Biden administration to appeal that court's decision. The court is requiring the EPA to write a new rule, either allowing the safe use of chlorpyrifos or to ban its use by halting all food residue tolerances of the insecticide. The Ag Retailers Association, along with dozens of other agricultural groups, opposed that court ruling because, quote, it will set a bad precedent for EPA's registration review process for all agricultural chemicals. Filling in for Randall Wiseman, I'm Danielle Leal, reporting for Southeast AgNet.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Just a small town doc, giving out the COVID shots. He would stick his needles anywhere. Just a small town nurse, a bunch of Pfizer in her purse. She would follow that doctor anywhere. Vaccine people, injecting them with Fauci's potion, just because they thought it was right. Don't stop vaccinating. The COVID isn't leaving. Everybody needs to get their shot.
All right, so that's the parody of Journey's Don't Stop Believin'. Bonnie, what are your thoughts on that one?
I need a shot after that one.
Do
Give
ya?
me a beer and a shot.
It wasn't too bad, was it?
No, he wasn't hitting those high notes
No.
quite like Steve Perry.
But the words were good, though. I got to give credit there.
Kind of sucked.
Okay. I love it when you're so blunt like that. I do.
Well,
Bonnie, what'd you think? Oh, it kind of sucked.
they take the perfect 80s song and just
I know, they botched
completely,
it.
yes.
Totally futzed it up. Notice I said futzed it up.
You did.
That's right. Futz is what I did. Please, I did not curse on the air. Oh my gosh. As Bonnie said, it sucked. We're going to take a short pause on a radio show that doesn't suck in the mornings, and that's the Get Up and Go show. We're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. Here comes the news.
Republicans may vote against a Republican. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
Liz Cheney spoke truth to power, and now they're firing her.
Democratic Senate Leader Chuck Schumer ahead of a House GOP meeting that starts this hour that may strip Congresswoman Cheney from a leadership post as she keeps speaking out against former President Trump. Fox's Rachel Sutherland has more live.
Dave, Congresswoman Liz Cheney is expected to lose her position as Republican conference chair after a closed-door secret ballot vote. During a speech on the House floor last night, the Wyoming Republican pushed back on former President Trump's claim that the 2020 election was stolen from him.
He continues to undermine our democratic process, sowing seeds of doubt about whether democracy really works at all.
Congresswoman Elise Stefanik of New York could replace Cheney, but not all Republicans are on board. Congressman Chip Roy said Stefanik's voting record has not been reliably conservative. Dave?
Rachel, the GOP leaders of the House and Senate will meet with President Biden this morning along with Congress's top Democrats to discuss infrastructure and maybe gas shortages related to that cyber attack that hit Colonial Pipeline.
The lines are getting long. The prices are rising. The percentage of gas stations in the South without gas as of midnight, 16% in North Carolina, 10% in Georgia and Virginia, over 8% in South Carolina, and almost 3.5% in Florida.
Fox's Griff Jenkins, the Energy Secretary, has urged people not to hoard gas, saying the pipeline's operations could be back by the end of the week. Israelis and Palestinians keep battling with another barrage of airstrikes hitting Gaza and rockets fired into Israel.
We are standing near Tel Aviv, in Yehud, right by a house that was destroyed overnight that really does give a sense of some of the randomness and the horror that people are living on both sides.
Fox's Amy Kellogg, 6 Israelis have been killed. More than 40 Palestinians have died since Monday, 13 of them children. America's listening to Fox News.
If you were lied to when buying a timeshare and want out, you need my help. Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started the timeshare cancellation industry by exposing the ugly truth about timeshare and giving folks the straight facts. I've been fighting the timeshare giants ever since, so no one knows this industry better than me and my team. Today, we have 383 employees and have saved our clients an average of $65,000 in lifetime payments. Imagine putting those timeshare dollars back in your pocket. If you were told at a timeshare presentation that this was available today and today only, that timeshare was a great investment, or your maintenance fees will never go up, call my office now. I guarantee if we take you as a client, we will cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free information kit. 800-885-9797. 800-885-9797. 800-885-9797.
There's another hearing today into the January Capitol attack that led to the second Trump impeachment.
President Trump's acting defense secretary, Christopher Miller, plans to tell the House Oversight Committee that in the days leading up to the Capitol riot, he was concerned about sending troops because he feared a military presence could ignite a powder keg and cause a repeat of the deadly Kent State shootings back in 1970. Democrats plan to press Miller on why it took so long for the National Guard to arrive despite the urgent pleas for help. But Miller is hoping to rebut those claims and insists that former President Trump had no involvement in the Pentagon's response and that he even suggested that 10,000 troops might have been needed. In Washington, Sean Langell, Fox News.
2 sheriff's deputies have been killed in Texas, shot while responding to a dog complaint. And a police officer was killed in Stockton, California. And the suspect also killed in that instance in Texas. The gunman is in custody, charged with murder. In North Carolina, the family of the black man killed by sheriff's deputies has seen more footage of what happened.
After viewing nearly 20 minutes of dash and body cam footage of Andrew Brown Jr.'s death, attorney Bakari Sellers reacted.
What we saw on that video was an unjustified killing.
Another attorney, Chance Lynch, says he saw Brown back his car away from officers once the first shot was fired.
At no point did we ever see Mr. Brown make contact with law enforcement.
District Attorney Andrew Womble said otherwise in court. Brown's son, Gerard Furby, says what he saw is clear.
My father did not deserve to die at all.
The family calls for recusal of the DA to ensure fairness. DA Womble told media he will not step aside. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are falling. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Florida voters overwhelmingly passed a constitutional amendment to do one simple thing. Require that any expansion of gambling be approved by the voters, not the politicians, not the lobbyists. You It's called voter control of gambling, and it's the law. But gambling lobbyists want politicians to break it. They've hatched a plan to expand gambling without your approval. More casinos, legalized sports betting, even slot machines on cell phones, just like the strip mall casinos that called themselves internet cafes. All over again, and all cooked up by Tallahassee lobbyists. It would be the biggest expansion of gambling in Florida history without the biggest thing required by Florida's Constitution, your approval. Voter control of gambling isn't a suggestion. It's the law. Tell your legislator, don't break it. Sponsored by No Casinos.
Attention Treasure Coast girls, it's time for Camp at the River. With me, Coach Jamara Robinson, head coach of IRSC State Tournament Team. Our girls basketball camp runs from June 14th through 17th and again on June 28th through July 1st. Register online at IRSCathletics/camps. If you have any questions, email me at jrobinso@irsc.edu. I hope to see you soon at IRSC main campus.
This message from Florida Department of Health, Martin County.
Still wondering about whether you should get the COVID-19 vaccine? Well, the answer is yes. The COVID-19 vaccine protects you and keeps you healthy so you can keep working and doing the things that you like to do. The vaccines are safe, free, and available all across our community. You can schedule an appointment for the vaccine with a local pharmacy or a healthcare provider. Visit vaccines.gov to find a location near you.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. It is the Wednesday edition of the program.
Today is a very special day.
Yeah, it's a very special day.
I have to get ready for work.
All right, well, why don't you get ready for work and we'll continue to do our morning show.
Good morning, everyone.
And good morning to you, too. And good morning to Bonnie. And good morning to everybody on the Treasure Coast. It's approaching 8:08 on a Wednesday morning. Mr. Clock, would you please certify that?
It's now 8:08 a.m.
And joining us on our line right now from her palatial offices in downtown Martin County is the one and only Martin County. I just drew a mind blank. I just know it's Taryn Kryzda, the administrator. There we go.
County Administrator.
County
there
Administrator. There we go. I just had I'm not feeling all that great this morning, but that's all right.
Why did you hear that? What's going on?
I just got a little bit of a stomach thing going on. I woke up this morning. My stomach was like gurgling, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, gee, do I want to call the owner? And I'm like, and wake her up at 4:30, tell her I'm not feeling good? Or do I just tough it out? And you know what? I toughed it out, and here I am in the hot seat with my beautiful co-host, Bonnie Ashley.
Well, thank you very much.
Go.
Yeah.
And, you know, I almost brought some Pepsid Dual Complete for Evan in this morning. I took some myself right before I left.
I told Bonnie.
There's something going
on
here.
Maybe you guys are sharing something.
I don't know, but I told Bonnie, just don't get in my way of what's in the other room, because if I got to beeline it for the bathroom, I don't want to knock anybody over. That's all I got to say. So far, so good. I'm doing all right this morning so far.
That's good. That's good.
So what's new in Martin County? What kind of news do you have for us this morning?
Well, we had a meeting yesterday. It was a good meeting. We were done around 12:30, 1 o'clock. So it was, but we had accomplished quite a few things. We had some good discussion on our, we had at the end of the day, we had a presentation on our gateways. And, what do we want them to look like? And when people are coming off of I-95 into Martin County or the Turnpike into Martin County or, wherever it is, do we want a little bit more landscaping? Do we want them to, go, wow, I must be somewhere, compared to what they've got in Palm Beach County or what they may have to the north of us? They tend to do a little bit more of that kind of, more plush landscaping. So, we're going to try to take this in kind of baby steps, if you will. We're going to put some plans out in front of the board and have them, consider them as they move forward. We also had our final reading on some land development regulations relative to our community redevelopment areas. We're trying to focus on those 7 areas because that's where we want to see development. That's where we want to see concentration on infrastructure, and that's where you kind of create that little hub, if you will, and then from there, once you have your core, then it kind of expands outside of that. So it was a good meeting yesterday, really good meeting. We also talked about our mask situation here in our public buildings.
Mm-hmm.
So our plan at this time is to look at, come June 1st, we would be migrating more to our prior to the virus status where people can come into the building. Up until now, we've been kind of restricting access. It's been appointment only. We're going to have more of a ebb and flow with the public and kind of, we've got plexiglass everywhere that we think we need it, and we've got those individuals, employees that still want to wear masks if they have specific medical needs or whatever the circumstances, we'll let them do that. But St. Lucie County, interestingly enough, we heard that yesterday or Monday, they did away with any masks in public buildings. So we're going to give it a couple more weeks, thinking that the younger population that was eligible for those vaccinations didn't happen until a few weeks ago. So we just want to give them time to get that second round of shots and get fully vaccinated, for those that are interested.
I know that at the stadium over at Clover Park, we have relaxed our mask rules where now the fans are allowed to sit in the stands without a mask, but if they move around in the breezeways and things like that or go to the concession stands, they have to wear a mask. But when they're in their seats, they are not required to wear a mask anymore.
Yeah, well, everybody has to manage this as best they can that works for them, but it's great that they're letting folks back in.
It is, yeah. And I was going to mention baseball games are long enough sometime, especially when they go into overtime.
Yeah, we go about 3.5, 4 hours with minor league baseball. So to sit out there in like 80-degree weather with a mask on
all that duration throughout the entire game.
That's an awfully long time.
You would really be wishing that game would get over with.
Yeah, we've relaxed it down a little bit, so that's a good thing. Bonnie, we had a couple of things that we wanted to ask her, and they slipped my mind that we talked about. Do you recall what they were?
Yeah, we were talking about a Costco coming to the area this morning.
Well, it seems that it's moving forward. It's in the city of Stewart, and so it won't come to our board of county commissioners, but there seems to be this feeling out there that if folks don't live within the city boundaries, they have no voice. So let's go after the county commissioners, which as a municipality, the city of Stewart is a completely independent government entity. We have no control over their rules or regulations or their commissioners or any decisions that they make. That's why they're a municipality. We get into the same conversation with the village of Indiantown as well as Jupiter Island and Ocean Breeze and Sewell's Point. So, the fact that the city of Stewart has so far their planning agency, first it goes to the planning group, which is a group of folks that have been appointed by their commissioners to look at the plans, to look at the proposals, and to make a decision of whether or not they want to approve it or deny it. And I heard that it got approved by that planning agency. So now it will go to the city council for approval. And, it meets all the criteria. There are some apartments that are being tagged, if you will, to the project on the other side, as I understand it, on the Willoughby side. So they've acquired the parcels between Canner and Willoughby, and Costco will be sitting somewhere in there, tucked away, and then these apartments or condos, whatever they're going to be, will be facing more toward the Willoughby side. So it's a very large project, I think, from that perspective, that you're not just dealing with a Costco, but you're dealing with this residential component.
Right.
But at the same time, the city of Stewart and others believe that there's a lack of residential available to our community, and folks are looking for these kinds of amenities so that they can have a place to reside. So it is moving forward, Bonnie, as far as I know, but again, it's not us, it's the city of Stewart, and so if folks are interested, they should get onto their website and look at their agendas and see when that is coming to their city council for consideration.
And I guess if it should go up in that area, we would have to stop at Costco on our way home from Sailfish
Guess I'll have
Splash.
to get me a membership.
It'll be very close to Sailfish Splash, yes.
Yeah. It might be kind of cold walking through there in my wet bathing suit, though.
Yes. But, they were slated to go out in Palm City, and there was a lot of opposition, and so they backed off a little bit, and now that site in Palm City is going to get a little bit more intense use.
Yeah, I think they might be developing something different. I think the Costco was supposed to go right off the turnpike, if I'm not mistaken, at Martin Downs in that area. And I think we heard that some different development might take the place instead.
Has been proposed. A Wawa is a car wash and an Aldi's.
I think that's
well
right.
As a Tractor Supply store have been proposed, and there's also discussion about a hotel on one of those other parcels that's a little bit more to the south. But they've come forward with their first kind of phase, if you will, and we'll see as they proceed.
That's
it
great.
Is what it is.
It'll be a new grocery store for me to stop at on my way home from work.
There
now.
you go, Bonnie.
Aldi's right before I get on the turnpike. I love it.
There you go. Yep, Aldi's will be right there at that intersection of 714 and High Meadows.
Wow. Yeah.
All right, very good. That's Martin County Administrator Taryn Kryzda. She joins us on the program each and every week at this time to give us an update on all things pertaining to Martin County. Taryn, it's always our pleasure, and we look forward to speaking with you next week.
Thank you. Y'all have a great day.
Have a great day as well. Take care. Bye-bye now. Port St. Lucie and West Palm Beach. It's time to dress up to host the most important event in world baseball. It's the America's Qualifier for the Tokyo 2021 Olympic Games, happening May 31st to June the 5th at Clover Park and 15 Ballpark. Both ballparks are going to host the 8 best teams in the Americas: the U.S., Cuba, Venezuela, the D.R., Puerto Rico, Canada, Colombia, and Nicaragua. 2 daily games, 1 in the afternoon and 7 at night. Eliminations May 31st to June the 2nd. The finals will be on June the 4th and the 5th. America's Baseball Qualifiers Road to Tokyo, looking for their pass to the Olympic Games. Do not miss the opportunity to enjoy this magnificent event that will have all the safety and hygiene standards for your protection and that of your family. For more information and to purchase tickets, go to tickets.com right now. Time for the Precious Metals Report. It's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Gold opening up at $1,833.40 an ounce, and silver opening up at $27.34 an ounce. That's the Precious Metals Report, and it's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin.
The first time I stepped into St. Lucie Jewelry and Coins, I figured it would just be one of my many stops on my road to the perfect engagement ring. My fiancée means the world to me, so I wanted something extra special. I found a huge selection of engagement rings at great prices, and my worry about finding the perfect engagement ring was quickly replaced with exceptional customer service. St. Lucie Jewelry's over 400 5-star reviews really told the story. I finally picked a ring, and it was perfect. She was floored, and then the tears came.
Hi. This is Hawk Levy, owner of St. Lucie Jewelry and Coins. We're now celebrating 26 years. Voted best diamond dealers, best jewelry buyers, and best jeweler year after year. Come celebrate with us in opening our 3rd location at 1335 St. Lucie West Boulevard. We invite you to take a tour of our competition, but then come see us last.
8:20 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news. Let's go to the news desk where Bonnie's standing by with the morning headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. Parents and school board members are preparing for an emergency meeting in Martin County. WPTV's Derek Lowe has the story.
Some parents here in Martin County say they want the mask mandate gone immediately, but time on that goal could be running out with the last day of school quickly approaching.
We want it now, right now, instead of waiting for their decision at the beginning of August.
It's a decision some parents say it may cause them to pull their kids from the Martin County School District.
My younger one, he does come home with headaches a lot, several times a week.
Regan Chattel started a petition to unmask kids in schools, an effort that now has over 750 signatures.
I know that we've made ourselves heard, and I think that they may consider unmasking the kids for the rest of the year, even though there isn't that much time left, I'm hoping.
This is a very emotional issue.
In an interview, district officials tell News Channel 5 that their current reopening plan remains in effect. That includes the mask rules in place now for months. If the mandate is repealed at Wednesday's emergency meeting, there would be little time left this school year, and we're told the school board would need to seek legal advice on how to proceed. All this as the last day of school is slated for May 28th.
So we welcome the public to come and speak with civility to the board.
Since August 2020, there have been 413 cases inside Martin County schools.
And I think it would be silly to change course at this point.
Teachers Union President Karen Resaniti worries about letting the guard down too soon.
You know, I hope the board does not feel pressured into making a hasty decision, one that could have to be overturned based on our status in July or August.
District officials say barring a spike of COVID cases in the summer, they intend to make masks optional in the fall. Reporting in Stewart, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV, News Channel 5.
In Stewart, the City Commission Monday approved to start negotiations with Stewart Main Street to take over the weekly green market at Flagler Park. Commissioners spoke in favor of doing a short-term deal with the nonprofit, which runs the Rock and Roll River Walk concert series, to see its financial turnaround in the first year of operations before signing a long-term license agreement. The nonprofit offered to pay $1,500 annually for rent and invest 20% of net income into Flagler Park's infrastructure to take over the Sunday Farmers Market. Green Market, the organization that currently runs the self-named event, pays the city $2,000 annually. The percentage dedicated to infrastructure would go toward maintenance and upkeep of Flagler Park, said Main Street Executive Director Candace Callahan. The recent ransomware attack on a critical East Coast pipeline has drivers wondering if it will impact gas prices and fuel supply. WPTV's Ryan Hughes has the story.
AAA telling us tonight that gas sales are higher than normal, and we have heard reports of long lines at some stations in our area. So the main message tonight for drivers is not to panic. Here at this mobile station, it's been somewhat busy today, but the owner telling me he's expecting a delivery sometime tomorrow. But unfortunately, AAA telling us there are some supply issues in other parts of Florida.
Pull the hose out.
Outside the Port of Palm Beach, Fuel You Fast, a gas and diesel delivery company, is refilling these two refrigerated trucks.
That's it.
They require sometimes 100 or 200 gallons per week.
So for owner Darren Gerber,
anything fuel related, we take care of.
Fuel is his livelihood, and he's bracing for any potential impacts caused by the ransomware attack on the Colonial Pipeline.
The fuel is also being shorted, so we have to allocate our time to make sure that we go to the right place at the right time before it closes.
The Colonial Pipeline transports gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel from refineries along the Gulf Coast through the South and up the East Coast. With the pipeline offline, AAA is warning consumers Florida is not largely dependent on the pipeline for its gasoline.
We receive our gasoline via waterborne vessels, ships that sail from the refineries over in Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi that bring that gasoline over to us and deliver it through our ports, which are then driven to our gas stations.
But AAA tells WPTV the concern tonight, gas sales are about 2 to 3 times higher in some states, as officials warn drivers not to panic and race to the pump.
There's plenty of gasoline supply in the state, as long as people don't all rush out to hit the gas stations at one time.
Fuel You Fast says it has seen gas prices creeping up the past few weeks and worries if drivers panic over a prolonged shutdown, it could drive prices even higher.
It's trickling down and affecting our availability and our prices. But we will have fuel. We always get fuel.
And AAA says tonight there are reports of outages in parts of North Florida, Tallahassee, Pensacola, and it does expect sporadic outages in other parts of the state. Right now, we are told that gas prices are holding steady, but the longer this goes on, the likely that could change. Live tonight in Riviera Beach, Ryan Hughes, WPTV. News Channel 5.
A 13-year-old Florida girl who was found dead Sunday near Jacksonville was stabbed to death, the medical examiner confirmed Tuesday. Tristan Bailey died of sharp force trauma by stabbing. Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Fredig Bullock determined, according to the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. A 14-year-old classmate was arrested in connection with her death. He faces a charge of second-degree murder. Surveillance video from the area showed Tristan and the suspect walking together early Sunday. Investigating Corporal Kurt Hannon noted in the report. However, surveillance video from later in the morning showed that same suspect walking back alone and carrying a pair of Nike shoes. Tristan's body was found Sunday night near a retention pond located less than a mile from the suspect's home. Her body appeared to have significant injury to her head and other trauma. Lastly, anyone who needs a ride to get to a vaccination site to get vaccinated will soon be able to use the ride-sharing companies Lyft and Uber for free. The initiative is part of a new partnership with the White House. Lyft and Uber will promote rides to and from tens of thousands of vaccination sites through their apps. The free rides are expected to start in the next 2 weeks, and it will run through July 4. Retired NFL quarterback Brett Favre has yet to pay back $600,000 he received from the state of Mississippi for multiple speaking events where he never showed up, authorities said on Tuesday. Favre promised to repay the state after an audit released in May 2020 revealed $1.1 million had been paid to his company, Favre Enterprises. The amount was part of $94 million in welfare spending that was questioned by auditors who said they either saw clear misspending or could not verify whether money was lawfully spent. News time is 8:27. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
So if you incurred roof damage in the last 2 years, Code Red Roofers is there to help you with all of your roofing needs. Code Red Roofers, the roofers who respond 24/7. And there are flexible payment options for metal, tile, shingle, or flat roofs. Code Red Roofers. Se habla español. Code Red Roofers, 844-4-CODE-RED. That's 844-4-CODE-RED.
8:28 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie, the Wednesday edition. It's time for traffic and weather together. It's all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
We do have an accident, and this one is on the Turnpike northbound. It's in Palm City at mile marker 138. It looks like traffic is moving through from that accident. The roadway is open, but that crash once again spotted on the Turnpike northbound at mile marker 138, Palm City. There's your latest look at traffic. It's warm, too, this morning. 78 in Stewart and 76 in Port St. Lucie already. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
This morning along the Treasure Coast, temperatures starting off in the mid to upper 70s under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, hot and humid with highs in the upper 80s to low 90s, heat index values in the mid to upper 90s. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day, then a 40% chance for afternoon to evening showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow, highs in the upper 80s, rain chances up to 60%. Still a little unsettled for Friday, rain chances at 50%, but then slightly drier as we head into the weekend with highs in the mid-80s.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Hi, this is Denny Artachi, your host. When is the last time you did a checkup for your retirement plans? Are you getting enough income? How about minimizing taxes? And what's the plan in case you get sick? When is the last time you looked at your life insurance? You might be able to get better coverage with more benefits. So give me a call, 561-537-5897. That's 561-537-5897. Advisory services offered through Blackridge Asset Management, a registered investment advisor. Securities offered through Peak Ridge Brokerage Services, LLC. Blackridge Asset Management is a separate and independent entity from Peak Brokerage Services, LLC, member FINRA SIPC.
The 13th Annual Treasure Coast Business Summit is the #1 rated, largest, and most valuable informative business event of the year. Join us on Thursday, May 13th at the Mid-Florida Event Center from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The Treasure Coast Business Summit features hundreds of businesses, exhibitors, products, and services. Join us for an exceptional, exciting, and enriching day at the 2021 Treasure Coast Business Summit, May 13th. Tickets are available at the door or online at tcbizsummit.com.
Florida real estate is hotter than the weather. Now is a great time to find that dream home. I'm Eileen Simons, Realtor with eXp Realty. Join me for My Dream Home every Monday morning at 10 on WPSL and WSTU. We'll talk about real estate, answer your questions, interview guest experts, have featured listings, and a featured community each week. That's My Dream Home radio show, Mondays at 10 on WPSL and WSTU, or listen on Alexa, Google Home, or on the TuneIn app.
Call the Lott Brothers for all your property insurance needs. Hi, I'm Frankie Lott. Give me a call, 468-1009. That's 468-1009. We represent the most competitive markets across the Treasure Coast and throughout the state of Florida, insuring your home, condo, auto, and boat, plus commercial. The Lott Brothers are available 24 hours a day for your convenience. Call me at Lott Insurance Services, 468-1009.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
8:32 right now on the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie. Without further ado, here is your daily dose of space with a gentleman that is not a space case, and that's Randy Segal. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning to you, sir. Well, nothing happened on this date in history in space. Kind of hard to believe, but true. Well, astronauts on board the International Space Station are still doing a lot of science work. Mark Vanderhee and Megan MacArthur worked in the Kibo Laboratory module researching possible age-associated effects of the human immune system. The Celestial Immunity Study observes donor cells in the Kibo's Life Science glove box for insights into new vaccines and drugs, which may advance the commercialization of space. MacArthur started her day with Shane Kimbrough collecting blood samples, spinning them up in a centrifuge, and stowing them in a science freezer for later analysis. Kimbrough then spent the rest of the time yesterday replacing fans that cool science racks in the U.S. Destiny module. Station Commander Aki Hoshide started the fan replacement work before swapping out life support components in the Tranquility module. Vanderhee joined the Soyuz MS-18 crewmates Oleg Novitsky and Peter Dubrov and trained for the unlikely event of a medical emergency in space. The trio reviewed medical hardware performing simulated chest compression and practiced communication and coordination. It's interesting because the astronaut who's in the International Space Station right now, Shane Kimbrough, was interviewed recently, And he made the comments that the hardest thing he ever had to do, you ready for this, was learn Russian. Yep, he said it became very difficult for him to learn Russian. And a nod came from the European Space Agency astronaut Timothy Paskov, who also had a hard time with learning Russian. The reason they have to learn Russian is because they're working in a spacecraft that has Russian and American astronauts. If they launch in the Soyuz spacecraft, the Russians speak Russian, as does Mission Control. So they need to understand Russian and be able to speak Russian in order to make their space flights, which he said made it a little bit difficult, but he was able to do so. On board the International Space Station, they do a lot of ophthalmology work where they check the optic nerves in the eye. And it appears that that's one of the biggest problems that they have when they come back to Earth, is that most astronauts experience problems with their eyes once they've returned from a long-term space mission. When the scheduled spaceflight test cosmonaut Sergei Korsakov is still up in question. It appears that he was scheduled to fly, and then he was pulled off the flight in order for Mark Vanderhee to go to the space station. Now there's a good possibility that he may fly on the American Dragon spacecraft. It'll be very interesting to see whether or not he'll be able to do so. Just in case, he has come to America, to Houston, in order to start learning how to fly the Dragon spacecraft. We want to congratulate former Representative Kendra Horn, who has now been named the new chairman of the National Space Council. NASA and Axiom Space explain their mission on going to the International Space Station and carrying a private crew. They'll be launched on board a Dragon spacecraft with 4 individuals who are not seasoned astronauts. One of them will be a retired NASA astronaut, Michael Lopez Allegra, who will be the commander of that particular mission. But the others that will be on board will be on a basis of paying customers, which brings into play how well NASA will do with the commercialization of the International Space Station. Will they be able to do everything they want to do on board the station, even though they're not part of the actual ISS crew? This is becoming a major problem, as currently having the spacecrafts coming and going between cargo and manned crafts, there's only a limited number of docking collars on board the station. And there's a limiting number of how many people you can have on board the station. So it's becoming increasingly difficult to orchestrate all of the comings and goings without having to check a whole lot of boxes on pluses and minuses. Well, a mere 13.670 billion miles from Earth, the Voyager 1 spacecraft has already gone into interstellar space. Now the spacecraft has detected the faint but persistent vibrating hum of interstellar gas. By measuring how the plasma frequency changes over time, NASA said that they can build a map of how the plasma is distributed along the Voyager trajectory. The signals of these vibrations is hidden just above the noise threshold of the Voyager 1 plasma wave system instrument. So when they initially looked into it, they weren't sure what they were looking at. It's funny how we find out a lot of these scientific discoveries by accident in space, because we're learning more about the things we didn't know than we did know. On Perseverance rover on Mars, they're starting to do a bit of digging finally. Perseverance has been serving as a communications base for the Ingenuity Mars helicopter. and documenting the helicopter's flights. But the rover also has been busy focusing its science instruments on rocks that lay on the floor of the Zorro crater. What insights they turn up will help scientists create a timeline of when an ancient lake formed there, when it dried, and when sediments began piling up in the delta that formed the crater a long way. So we continue to learn a huge amount about Mars. Tomorrow we're going to tell you about Virgin Orbit having some problems, not to mention Jeff Bezos' company, Blue Origins. So we'll talk more tomorrow. Until then, have a great day, everybody.
That's Randy Segal with the Space Report. He's on the program each and every weekday at this time, Monday through Friday. Time to head on over to Ellie's Downtown Deli, where they have some of the best, and boy do I mean with a capital B, some of the best food this side of Martin County.
Yeah, and they have the tastiest sandwiches, don't you know it?
Oh, yes.
Like a warm and toasty panini. And you might want to order a Mason-Dixon. This one is with ham and Munster cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, mayo, and deli mustard. Pressed hot on an 8-inch hoagie. The Havana Harry comes with ham and Swiss cheese, pickles on this one, and deli mustard. Pressed hot, too, on an 8-inch hoagie. You might enjoy some black and green olives on the side or delicious chef's pasta salad. For dessert, try the Snickers brownies. Maybe make it M&M chocolate chip cookies to take home for the kids. And Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stuart now has their patio back open, plus they're at 50% dining inside with a full menu for pickup or delivery. Ellie's also has full dinners available for takeout, plus their fabulous desserts as well. Call 772-781-6605 to order and pick up today. They're located at 18 Southeast 6th Street, just off Colorado in Stuart. Call 772-781-6605. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stuart.
8:42 right now. It's time for news. All brought to you by our good friends at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin, with the best deals in town on anything pertaining to precious metals. It's always St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Bonnie has the headlines this morning. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. Governor Ron DeSantis is declaring a state of emergency over the Colonial Pipeline cyber attack. The 30-day order will ease restrictions to allow more trucks to deliver fuel to parts of the state experiencing shortages.
Governor Ron DeSantis declared a gas emergency on Tuesday night, saying the disruption of the Colonial Pipeline poses a significant and immediate threat. The pipeline that stretches across the eastern U.S. was disrupted Friday by a ransomware attack. Florida's gas supplies were largely unaffected by the outage, but panic buying has been causing local shortages. DeSantis said the Florida National Guard would be activated as needed to help deal with the emergency. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Local business owners continue to struggle to fill job openings in the hospitality industry and skilled labor positions. WPTV's Megan McRoberts has the details.
At Arnold Air Conditioning in Indian River County, Kevin Barrett says he's having to turn away valuable business.
Probably $250,000, wow. Maybe more.
He's getting more customers than he has crews to service new AC clients.
I mean, we're running the crews that we have. They run all day.
Despite pay starting at $16 an hour for the inexperienced, he has jobs sitting open and he's struggling to fill them. Now moving on from signs and job postings to soon buying a billboard.
I've always had to solicit customers, and now I'm spending that same money soliciting employees.
He says this started during the pandemic as more people stayed home longer and needed more cool air, but an ongoing need for skilled workers on top of boosted unemployment benefits he feels is prolonging the problem.
Americans want to work.
But last week, U.S. Chamber of Commerce leadership calling on the federal government to end the $300 extra unemployment benefits, blaming it in part for a disappointing jobs report and contributing to 1 in 4 recipients making more money in unemployment than they earned working.
We're going to make it clear that anyone collecting unemployment who is offered a suitable job must take the job or lose their unemployment benefits.
Rich Kalita owns Furion Staffing and Recruiting.
If they continue to extend this $300, it's going to last a lot longer.
But he sees multiple reasons on the Treasure Coast for the vast job openings, even with good pay.
I mean, there are still people who are fearful about going out in public. There are still people who are waiting to get their vaccines. There are still people who are teaching their kids from home.
But for those ready to work, he's got openings he's hopeful to fill.
We've got like 200 jobs right now that are open that we're recruiting for.
Megan McRoberts, WPTV News Channel 5.
A major expansion of school vouchers is on the way in Florida. Governor DeSantis signing a bill passed by the Republican-controlled legislature. It increases the income threshold to a level where a family of four making nearly $100,000 a year could qualify for vouchers.
We will be doubling down on our commitment to supporting our working families and making sure that they have the ability to get their kids in the school of their choices.
Democrats and many public school teachers aren't thrilled. They say such scholarships drain money from the public system. A father and son out on a beach walk discovered a roughly 53-pound bale of cocaine, estimated by the Federal Drug Enforcement Administration to conservatively be worth $1.4 million. An Indian River County Sheriff's Office deputy said in a report that a white substance in one of the 19 brick-like black packages washed on shore roughly 2.5 miles south of South Beach Park and tested positive for the drug. Although the container weighed 52.8 pounds, while each rectangular brick inside weighed 2.6 pounds, according to the April 28 report. DEA Special Agent Ann Judith Lambert said that amount could net approximately $1.4 million at street level in South Florida markets. Ron Stainard, age 61 of Indian River County, said that he and his son Kenneth Milano, age 36 of Massachusetts, were out for that sunrise walk of the day before Milano's trip back home. Florida will get to make its case before a federal judge today as to why the cruise industry should start sailing again. Attorney General Ashley Moody sued the federal government last month to remove CDC restrictions that are preventing cruise lines from operating. And lastly, Richard Corcoran is among 9 candidates in contention to become the next president of Florida State University. The university's presidential search committee Tuesday released its list of applicants who have been selected to interview for the position soon to be vacated by outgoing President John Thrasher. Arguably, the most notable name on the list is Corcoran, Florida's current education commissioner and a former state house speaker. Tech entrepreneur Mark Lohr and former baseball star Alice Rodriguez's 30-day exclusive negotiating window to purchase the Minnesota Timberwolves from Glenn Taylor has ended without a formal deal. Both sides are continuing to negotiate in good faith in an attempt to reach an agreement, and it's possible that an extension window could be worked out, but one isn't currently in place, according to ESPN sources. News time is 8:48. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
The first time I stepped into St. Lucie Jewelry and Coins, I figured it would just be one of my many stops on my road to the perfect engagement ring. My fiancée means the world to me, so I wanted something extra special. I found a huge selection of engagement rings at great prices, and my worry about finding the perfect engagement ring was quickly replaced with exceptional customer service. St. Lucie Jewelry's over 400 5-star reviews really told the story. I finally picked a ring, and it was perfect. She was floored. And then the tears came.
Hi. This is Hawk Levy, owner of St. Lucie Jewelry and Coins. We're now celebrating 26 years, voted best diamond dealers, best jewelry buyers, and best jeweler year after year. Come celebrate with us in opening our 3rd location at 1335 St. Lucie West Boulevard. We invite you to take a tour of our competition, but then come see us last.
8:49 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie, what's going on the highway?
Well, on the Turnpike in Palm City, we do have an accident. This is the Turnpike northbound in Palm City. It's at mile marker 138 in that area, but no roadblock happening there. Looks like the traffic is all getting through, even though there's been an accident. St. Lucie County, we have a good-looking ride this morning on the major highways, and US 1 looking good there, too. There's your latest look at traffic. And it's 78 in Jensen Beach this morning, a clear sky, and 44 in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
This morning along the Treasure Coast, temperatures starting off in the mid to upper 70s under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, hot and humid with highs in the upper 80s to low 90s, heat index values in the mid to upper 90s. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day, then a 40% chance for afternoon to evening showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow, highs in the upper 80s, rain chances up to 60%. Still a little unsettled for Friday, rain chances at 50%, but then slightly drier as we head into the weekend with highs in the mid-80s.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
The professionals at Mark Breckville Certified Public Accountants are proud to sponsor Treasure Coast Solutions, a community service program designed to provide information you can use, a local perspective on national issues, local solutions to meet your individual concerns. At our firm, we believe that information is knowledge, and with knowledge comes the power to have a positive impact on our lives, businesses, schools, and community. If you would like one of our professionals to address your personal financial or business concerns, please give us a call to set up an appointment at 220-3380.
The Slim Body Laser Spa, the wait is over. What are you waiting for? Call the Slim Body Laser Spa in Stewart today and start losing inches today. That's right, lose belly fat, your double chin, flabby thighs, upper arm fat. Well, you get the picture. In a short series of laser-assisted weight loss treatments, you can lose inches of unwanted fat. Call 223-5885. The Slim Body Laser Spa, the wait is over. Lose weight, feel great, and look fantastic with a little help from Dr. Fred J. Rizacker of Slim Body Laser Spa, East Ocean Boulevard in Stewart. And they're online. Visit their website, slimbodylaser.com. In a few short treatments, you'll see results. Lose 3, 6, even 9 inches of unwanted belly fat. The wait is over. Call today, 223-5885. That's 223-5885. The Slim Body Laser Spa, the wait is over.
Hi, I'm Chris Hodgins with My Florida Insurance Broker, and I'm here today with my daughter, Sage.
Hello.
Sage, why don't you tell everybody what kind of insurance we do?
Home insurance, car insurance, life insurance, and flood insurance.
If you've had a rate hike or 2 or 5, hopefully not 10, give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. Sage, what's our number?
772-617-6777.
What's the name of our company again?
My Florida Insurance Broker.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Hey friends, riddle me this. We have amazing pictures of our family. I'm not in them because I took them. Only pictures of me are backlit with double chin. What's up with that?
You've gone everywhere, even Guam. Here's a photograph, but where's Mom? It's Thanksgiving, she's not there. But if you zoom in, that's her hair. Yeah, every time we're out with friends, she's the one behind the lens. It's always just the kids and me, 'cause I suck at photography.
That's the Holderness Family doing a parody of Def Leppard's Photograph. They redid it called Mommy's Not in the Photograph. All right, so now let me get your thoughts on that one.
These keep getting worse and worse, Evan.
Go ahead, let's have the big S word.
The Holderness Family, they just, they kind of suck this morning.
That's about as straightforward as it gets, folks. Right out of Bonnie's mouth.
You know, but sometimes their parodies are actually pretty good, but the singing in these last couple of ones have been so off-key for me. I don't, but of
I
course,
will agree with you.
But they're doing parodies of probably two of my biggest favorite songs from the 1980s.
Journey and Def Leppard.
Yes, and boy, did they just ruined that for me with that Photograph song.
They killed it. That just you just lost your appetite to go to Cracker Barrel and have breakfast this morning.
Oh, you know, I haven't done that in a while.
That's where I'm actually going to go this morning.
Oh, are you going to?
My stomach's feeling better.
Yes.
And I knew the cure was when I walked in here, and you walked in. You were my cure, so I feel better now.
Oh, I'm glad that you do.
Yeah, I do. I feel better now. I'm going to take my little happy behind to Cracker Barrel this morning, and I'm going to have their Sunrise Sampler.
What's in a Sunrise Sampler now?
Everything
what
that you can imagine. Eggs.
Oh, gosh.
Bacon. Ham. Sausage. Hash brown casserole.
I got to get over there to try that.
Biscuits and gravy.
Everybody says the hash brown casserole is so awesome.
And a side of grits.
And you know what they've been advertising, too, which looks pretty good, is their chicken. You know, their fried chicken that they advertise.
Oh.
I've seen that on a couple of TV advertisements of theirs.
Really?
Yeah. So,
okay.
I don't know, everything just looks so fresh and delicious.
Fried. I've never tried their fried chicken before.
Nope. Well, you know, I never go at night for dinner. I've only been there for the breakfast at Cracker Barrel.
Their dinner is actually pretty good. Their meatloaf is really good.
Yeah?
Yes, their meatloaf is very, very good.
Now, when you get it, do you get like, are you part of the early bird special crowd?
No,
or
I don't do that. I don't do that whole early bird crap.
Any kind of a discount? Are the portions made just right
Don't
for you,
even go
Evan?
there about senior citizen discount, because I knew where you were going with that when you said discount.
But,
oh, yeah.
Well, the seniors get the less portions.
I don't consider myself a senior
lesser
citizen.
Portions?
No.
I don't consider you a senior either.
Thank you. I'm glad you agree with me.
See, I had a senior moment by talking like this.
That's all right.
I got to
I'm
pull
just teasing.
some more gray hairs.
I just don't have my ARP subscription yet.
Oh, you know what I like to do is go over to that little store they have at the Cracker Barrel.
You know, don't they have the coolest little trinkets in there?
They do.
Especially at holiday time.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They have some great crap in there.
I sent my mom so much stuff from them, and even 1 year, they're not doing this any longer, I don't believe, but 1 year they were even paying, or you could pay them to have your item shipped.
Oh.
And so I sent my mom these Christmas packages, and it was only $8 for me through them to send them up to Wisconsin 1 year.
Wow.
I don't think they have the shipping anymore, but every once in a while I still do like to stop in and see what cool items they have. They have really cool racks with discounts even.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll have a 30% off, a 50% off area.
They do.
And there were some earrings I saw last time that were really cool. And
did you get your free earrings from China, by the way?
I did.
And how were they?
They're awesome.
They didn't break yet?
I love them.
Okay.
I mean, they're
Bring them in tomorrow. I want to see what they look like. I want to see the quality.
They're some of my favorite earrings.
You didn't pay a penny for those things.
Just for shipping. I think I paid maybe 50 cents for shipping
that was it?
Something. Yeah.
All the way from China?
It wasn't really expensive at all. Got those through that Wish app.
Okay.
By the way.
Very interesting.
And I wish to order more, but I don't want to get carried away with it.
All right. Well, that's a wrap for us. The show is done.
Well, that's it. Show's over.
What? We just started.
Yeah, well, the show's over.
That's the end.
That's not the end.
Why, yes, it is.
Right. That's the end.
And that's the end. That's the end?
Yes, that's the end. We're done. That means that if you have good values on the inside, you won't look for validation on the outside.
Yeah, and get a haircut.
Yeah. I have a scissor right here. We can cut your hair right after we're off the air.
I'm going out to get mine shortly.
All right, so I'm going to see the new do tomorrow morning, right?
Yeah, but it'll probably look the same.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I don't go too explosively different.
Why don't you take your wig with you and tell her that you want this style of cut?
That's what I'm going to do.
There you go.
You're exactly correct,
Very
Evan.
good. All
Great
right, very
idea.
Good. Very good. We're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is up next. We'll see you back here at in 21 hours. Bye-bye.
Thank you.